Hello and welcome to the CPTC live stream here on the CPTC network. I am Matt McClure alongside Sean Albrecht. I'm liking this bump,
Do you like it
Sean.
funky?
Yeah.
Is it getting funky?
This is the right amount of funk. Especially for our, I think this is our last programmed league match for this season before playoffs begin.
Is that right?
Yeah,
which
is pretty cool.
You think I should be paying attention after all this time?
I mean, you know, it can get a little chaotic, especially in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
What a flurry of activity. We are in Glen Ellyn. Glen Ellyn Park District, Series 4. Glen Ellyn against Westmoreland tonight.
Got a lot of Westmoreland fans here.
Wow.
No, I hit the wrong button there, Coach. I'm
no,
sorry.
that's fine. I liked it. I'm a fan of Westmoreland. They travel really well, apparently.
Yes, apparently so. Beautiful
Good for
night for
them.
paddle, by the way. I thought it was going to be windier.
Yeah, no, it calmed down. It calmed down a little bit. Are we on a snow advisory still?
That's what I heard. And when I said windier, I don't mean that in a figurative sense. Like, in other words, I'm hot air. You know?
No,
I mean,
you were speaking literally.
Sean, you windbag.
I got it. But, I mean, we could, either one will probably be fine.
You get the idea.
Yeah. So this is going to be a fun.
Where's our theme? There we go. There's our theme. I'm sorry. I'm such a bonehead.
It's going to be a fun match tonight. Because
so we got Sean and Andrew on the near side.
Closest to us, here. Sean on the deuce court in the blue and Andrew in the ad court serving right there right now. And then and they are for Westmoreland, team Westmoreland Series 4. As coached by the illustrious David Bukowski. Yeah.
There it is.
A buddy of ours and one of the best coaches on the North Shore.
He is. Good player, too.
Yeah. And then on the far side, Glen Ellyn is also a solid team that I feel like I played against relatively recently.
You probably have.
Played against? I don't know. It took 3.5 hours, whatever it was.
That's proper English, kind of, sort of.
So I'm going to have to... I'm gonna have to figure out how to redo some of that and go back in the scoreboards and see if I won or lost. But that is Carl Bartholomew and Chris Mayer on the far side. Carl serving in the white gray camo-ish sweatshirt over there on the far side, and then in the
subtle
navy
camo
and the green cap, Chris. So this is going to be a fun one. Very small chance of this match being fast, I think.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the scouting report here?
I know all these guys know how to grind. I think all of them, they all slipped me $50 to be on the live stream, which was unnecessary because I was going to do it anyway. Panda Express
that all
is
goes
on me,
to
by
charity.
the way.
Oh, all right. Anyway.
We want to be on the live stream. Oh, okay. Well, I'll see what I can do.
Is that where that Panda Express is coming from?
Maybe Thomas Jefferson will change your mind. But yeah, this is always an entertaining matchup, and I think at this point in the season where everybody's kind of battling for playoff positions. Sometimes it has a little extra weight.
Yes.
I would be surprised if most of the teams in the league haven't done their match math to figure
analytics.
out, well, if this happens, then if this team wins these courts, then and we win those courts, then how many points do we have to get in order to mathematically?
That was impressive. I don't know if you just saw that,
Nice.
but you're right. Here's the thing. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just did. But the idea is that mathematically, sometimes it's more frustrating. Like, in other words, you're out there playing thinking, okay, we have to beat this team. And if things aren't happening while you're playing the match the way you want them to, you start to play worse.
Yeah.
which because you're just worried about other things instead of just 1 point at a time. And that's just been
which
my
is actually
credo.
sort of like a fascinating element, which I used to always joke about, where people would be like, well, we need, these, you got to win this, this match in 2 sets. Otherwise, they get X amount of points. And I was like, were you under the impression I was trying to lose before? Like, what about my general vibe said, I like to go 3 sets and I'm going to self-sabotage?
You know what? Sometimes I don't know whether we should be insulted by that they think that we're that stupid, or we should be we should be insulted for them because they're that dumb. I had a coach one time. You know, Sean, I think I'd like you to get your first serve in. And I'm thinking, Coach, I wasn't going to tank the first one in tennis and then hit him with the second one, which I did, by the way. One time I said that to him. Now, I was thinking I was missed the first one, Coach, and then I would hit him with the second one really quick because he was kind of – and then he was a big dude, and I didn't want to tick him off too because he'd twist me into a pretzel or something. But the point is, I understand what you're saying, Coach. You're right. You're right. It's like we're not trying to lose.
Yeah. I think we're off here with our first point of the match. We've got a couple nicks already. Ooh, nice waterfall.
No question. Look at this. And it stays in.
Great lob. Good dig from Chris.
Lefty magic. Yeah, righty-lefty. We were talking about this the other day. Sometimes, just sometimes, the communication can be off because you got two forehands down the middle. It happens, even in the finest homes.
Yeah, every once in a while. And I bet for any points that, might cost them with the miscommunication, I bet that will be a benefit at the net when they're throwing kind of two different angles and two different spins at the baseline team when they're able to take that net position.
Exactly. Andrew going for laser beam right off the bat there, asserting himself early on that one.
Nice.
Look at this.
Nice
Great
return
there.
A little jumping backhand action. The Glen Ellyn team, of course, coached by our buddy Mark Cunnington, who also is a fantastic coach.
Yeah,
and
a good player, too,
in
his own right. Absolutely. And I'm not just saying that because he's on the Yonex staff.
It's funny because we occasionally talk in the world of paddle about the difference in styles between the East Coast and the Midwest, in terms of the larger markets.
Yes.
But Chicago paddle is big enough now where I think we're going to start to see differences between the western suburbs and the North Shore. Oh, well, those guys in the western suburbs, big forehand returns. It's just a totally different style.
They grow them big out there. Yeah, they do. They grow them really big. All right. Yep. And by the way, we forgot to, not necessarily introduce everybody because everybody knows Cal Noble. And he's not necessarily an intern. You tell him that he is because he's so
nobleman.
Young. Right, exactly. But doing a great job on the scoring and everything else pretty much. Direction.
I like it that nice
what
drive.
A shot.
That is just such a great shift with a short backswing.
In the words of the great John Irvin, nobody knows who he is. No way was that deliberate. Anyway, I'm just kidding. No. I think he definitely
that was on
do
purpose.
That. Okay, again, most people it was a little bit of a seamer. I think Andrew's right.
Yep.
But
really good speed though to get that ball to
die
drop
like that
down the middle.
In our first deuce.
Absolutely.
Of course, it's our first deuce.
Already going the
game,
distance.
Sean. Think about it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Change
I think he was thinking of basically jumping on that overhead, and he just kind of got caught midway.
Carl put a little more angle on it than he was expecting.
Yeah, we got it looks to me like we got a couple guys here with some serious tennis skills. And when you do that, there are some things that just missed it. All right.
A little deep. So first game to Glen Ellyn. They go up 1-Z.
Yes. The kilts of Glen Ellyn. Aye. Sorry, I don't think that's there. But you know what? His the sweatshirt out there, White Eagle.
Yeah.
Aye. The kilts. Anyway. So what?
That's a terrible accent.
It's not that bad. Was it that bad? Matt's was better? Okay, well, I'll let Matt do the accents from now on.
No, I don't.
Don't take it. All right. From me.
You're so serious.
I know. So,
all right, so 1-0.
Good first volley. The tomahawk.
Yep.
He's getting aggressive.
Yeah, I like that. He didn't overhit it, though.
No.
He was just putting it down in the court. I don't know. This is sort of Carl's pretty comfortable grinding in that corner, and he doesn't mind it when the ball comes hard at him. So
apparently.
I don't know how often you want to play into his.
What a shot.
Oh, nice dig.
He's going to fall over there.
Get there.
Nice touch, though.
Nice. Good flex.
Very good, but great touch.
But I think that kind of like tomahawk stuff and jumping forward off of screen drives is sort of his sweet spot. It's going to be kind of tough to pick on him in that way. Nice dig.
Somebody was making note of that prior to the match, I think.
Yeah.
That you're going to see some shot making from Carl's side of the equation out there. And I think he's already kind of lived up to that reputation.
Oh, no.
You know, it's so funny you said that because the first time he did that, he looked like he was going to take a nose dive with that last flex, and then he finally did. I hope he's all right.
I like it that he's committing, and I like it that he's wearing a white sweatshirt so we can see the blood.
No question.
That's going to up the ratings. You know, anytime that a pro player can,
and we need it.
Vomit on court or get all bloody, that just goes a long way, I think.
Yes, the VOC rating, the vomit on court rating.
That's why Mitch Granger is statistically the best to watch.
Because
he's always bleeding or puking.
The Pete Sampras of the in the corner in the planter.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If there's a planter on the court, Mitch is
Andrew
going to
doing
find
a good job serving here as well. By the way, just putting it in play and making the volley. Great transition there from Chris.
Look at that. On top of it.
Ooh, good flex.
And that was a lefty flex,
He's there.
by the way. Okay.
Wow. That was a great drop shot.
It was.
It just happened to be hit while Andrew was already leaning forward into the court.
I think I want to make mention just because his name is Sean, and we're brethren in a way.
Brethren.
Not Scottish. I'm just kidding. I was going to say brethren, Scottish, but we're not. But he went lefty on that last dig, which I recommend highly on a regular basis if you're able to do it, because sometimes it's much easier to do that. When the ball is way down on your left side, low like that, you can actually dig it out with your left hand a lot easier.
Yeah, you got to be ambidextrous out there.
There's no question. So we got an ad. Oh, I was going to say break point and converted without even having to do much. That just looks like my whole college career right there is what it was, just one fault.
Maybe you should get your coach to go out there and tell somebody that they should try to get their first serve in. Sean, I want you to get your first serve in. Oh, thanks, Coach.
I tell you, I had two coaches in college. One of them would call the chalet the chalet.
That's great.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little jumpy on that one. Sailed a little long from
there was
Sean
no such thing as a training table either. You get the, okay, I want you to get pancakes and eggs before because he was a defensive coordinator for the football team, so he didn't know any better.
Yeah.
Nice guy, though.
It's just feeding you like a linebacker.
He probably drank a little too much, not necessarily alcohol. I'm just talking about in the van, a little too much water. And I remember he couldn't find, a facility. Should I be talking about this right now? Probably not.
I mean, I think it's great content.
Well, I was in a third set tiebreaker, and
it
was pretty good comic relief, I'll tell you. I'm about to serve, and Coach. Yeah, anyway, so. All right, back to the match.
What? It didn't have anything to do with the way you were playing. That's a great kick serve there.
No, the vomit on the court would be that. He'd be vomiting. That was a nice kick
serve. Great serve there from Chris.
Again, great return. Great return.
Knocked it down
Andrew,
quick.
Yes. That's right. Knockdown rating. I guess you can call that here's a waterfall. Yes. And a perfect night for paddle. What are we? 39, maybe 40 degrees? Maybe. I want to say. 35?
Yeah, we're in good shape. It's calm.
Yep. And it is popping here in the clubhouse. We have, if nothing else, we were discussing it earlier.
In the hut of Glen Ellyn.
Yes. I call it a clubhouse. I try to call it a clubhouse because people call it a hut. I just think of, basically a place made of straw out in the back. With
it's funny because the term hut actually is left over from when that was what it was like an ice fishing shack where you could warm up if it was really cold, and and then with the way facilities are built now, calling it a hut is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's the grossest understatement. Yeah, there's no question. So we got to watch what we do when we say that. Okay, that's all right. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to call it. The other thing is,
even facility sounds too mechanical.
It does.
Oh, that's our paddle chalet.
We'll get a lot of mileage out of that one. Coach, he was phenomenal.
Great blitz.
I loved him.
I like it that Sean has the full cage going
Yes.
for the protective goggles.
Yeah.
He doesn't,
all the way around.
He wants there to be no doubt that if a ball comes up high, does not need to be concerned about it.
Okay, so right there, now that's righty-righty, a little bit of communication mishap there, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Maybe not reading the lob either.
Right.
Maybe a situation there where it was kind of, he was up close and maybe they were thinking drive. And then the lob caused some confusion.
So Carl and Chris seem to be having a little bit of a rhythm.
Well, they're in a tough spot for a couple of reasons. One is that they drove all the way from the North Shore.
Yes.
To get here. So this was always – I always remember playing especially coming off court all day and then playing in Hinsdale or the western suburbs. Like, you could end up in the car for an hour and 15 minutes, which is maybe not the easiest way to warm up for your match.
Well, it depends on who you're sitting there with, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, that's true. I just mean like being all cramped up and, that kind of stuff. And so this is, nice pick.
Sit down.
Oh, I thought he had it. That was a really good
Rob.
half-speed overhead.
Absolutely.
But I just remember kind of being all, kind of out of sorts and spending a bunch of time in the car. And this is a true home court advantage is that, the guys at Glen Ellen have been here hitting
really
for 40 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
that's right. Get a little massage.
It's a good move from Chris to
Manny
cut
Petty.
that off.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, Manny Petty.
I get that. Yeah.
Just enough time
I try
for
not
a
to
Manny
get, what
Petty.
A pick
Great
up.
drive.
Come on.
Good pick.
Smart.
That's
He got
such
it.
a sneaky shot.
Look
Wow.
at these guys, some wheels.
Wow.
This is an awesome point. That's gonna drop that.
Great
It's some
lob.
topspin on it. Get out of town. Come on.
Unreal.
You know what? A point like that has to end like that. You know what I mean? Like, there were so many great shots hit that one has to be hit just to win.
We're going to have to clip that.
Or close it, yeah, for sure.
Was,
all right, 30 love.
Follow me special.
Yeah.
Great drive.
Super drive.
That's just such a tough spot, too, with, you've got two righties over there, and you spend so much time thinking that the backhand of that deuce player is your kind of safer bailout shot.
And then
when
all of a
somebody
sudden,
can pull the trigger on backhands like that, it
that
goes
was
away
really,
fast.
really opportunistic there from Andrew. Yeah, you're right, Coach. It can.
I didn't even think that was a bad overhead.
No,
that
I don't
was
think
just,
so either.
All of a sudden, Sean was on top of it.
And again, I hate this phrase. You just tip your cap to the. God, I hate
You're just gonna have to.
the heck is it? Who does that?
To tip your cap. That's good shift.
And real good hands too, because
Nice.
Goes
for it again.
You know what? Why not? He hit the last one cross court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mix it up.
Like-
I know he wants it back because he wanted it to just clear the net. But
Richard Gasquet over there. They continue to smack the one-hander. If he can do it, yep. Yeah, just get it.
Yeah.
Just get a little rhythm going.
Yep.
That's easy to do. You can get either down or up very quickly. Sit.
That's tough.
That is. All right. I think it's just our second deuce so far. Yeah, I kept that in my head. I don't know how I did that there, Cal. Yeah, no, I'm not. Hey, third deuce? Really? And I was bragging about it. Listen to me. I'm bragging about it. Yeah.
Rare miss from Sean's backhand.
I was just going to rare miss from me, period. We know that's not it.
That's a
I
rare
shouldn't
miss.
have even thought.
That's a rare miss from Albrecht on the mic. But that's okay. He's going to reload. We're going to try it again.
It's a rare make is what it is.
Is that 5?
5, yes.
I have had this exact same experience against this exact same team.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I really am giving those guys I really am giving the free pass for. I have definitely gotten in the car at 5:45 and shown up here at 7:05 and then jumped on court and warmed up for 3 minutes and then started a match. It was not easy to do. Although this is about the point where you kind of have to. The next couple of games have to be investment time in kind of getting your rhythm back.
Yeah, I think so.
You can go into the next set strong.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I don't know, somebody else mentioned this because, look, I'm a realist, I'll just tell you. would you tank this, so to speak? When we say tank, you mean kind of throw it a little bit? Not so much tank, but maybe just experiment a little bit just to see if certain things might be working. Because whether you win this game or not, the set might not be reachable.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it isn't because I've seen some wacky stuff. I'm sure you have.
Yeah, there's actually.
Look at this.
Wow.
He almost got that back. It's impressive.
That's pretty typical. Carl Bartholomew move there.
Vintage.
Just kind of all over the net, leading with his paddle on top of the ball.
Exactly. You know what?
Great serve.
See, here's the funny thing. So I think Andrew, there's a very smart serve. So knowing that you got a shot maker over there, depending on where he's standing, you almost make him try crazy stuff. Not necessarily crazy, but just spectacular stuff. And usually you can get him to bite on it.
Maybe
you just missed that.
Just a few errors here and there.
Yeah, absolutely. Good blitz. Good hands.
Yeah, sort of tanking a set, or you can be in a situation where you're like, the chances of winning a set go down as you are climbing out of a big hole.
Yep.
But I still don't think,
Just
nobody's
long.
like, I was fine losing the first set 6-0. I think everybody wants to be on the board.
At least.
And I also think that the more points that you play that are solid, the more you can
just
start the
missed
next
serve
set
a little long there. Yeah.
in
I agree.
rhythm.
I agree. The other thing is closing out a set, much tougher to do if you stay solid, even if somebody's receiving or serving for it. You kind of make them work for it, which is really the idea. Don't just hand it to them. Not that you do that. Of course, I do that in pro-ams, but let's not talk about that.
Great shot. Good dig there from Chris as well.
I admit it. I'll hand stuff to people. Because, I've been around long enough. People already know that probably, but been accused of it in the past.
Well, in the not to shatter anyone's expectations who's ever played a pro-am, but as pros, you'd never want to be that tool that wins the pro-am. That's poor etiquette.
Did I tell you how much I love being on the air with you?
Oh man, I'll give away all the secrets.
Right,
if you're not close to splitting.
How does he do it?
Nice move.
Come on.
I think that's a definitive home court advantage.
HCA.
There. So that's our first set. We're going to take a quick break so we can hear from our sponsors here at the CPTC live stream, and we'll be back shortly.
Absolutely.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute is the best choice for orthopedic care. Our walk-in ortho access clinics provide treatment by orthopedic specialists without a trip to the ER. With evening and weekend hours, we provide your family with excellent care when it matters most. Visit ibji.com to find an ortho access immediate care clinic near.
We are back.
We're back.
Getting ready to start the second set.
Yes.
The team from Glen Ellyn came in to reload and do some more steroids.
That's only an allegation, by the way.
Only half of them. Just Carl and Sean came in to roid up, allegedly. No, it could be legal. I don't know.
It could be.
It's fine.
Well, you know what? Every year they outlaw something different anyway, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And I think one of the best parts about the pinnacle of platform tennis being on the live stream on the internet is that I don't think there's a lot of, doping allegations.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have anything dirt to be pulling out on people.
Yeah, we probably should start getting some of that going.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, hey, I'm game.
I mean, think about that being the thing that puts platform tennis on the map.
Yeah,
that's
all I need is something to put more weight on me.
Shockingly shockingly, the average platform tennis player is on NyQuil, Darvon, anabolic steroids, some kind of fish paralyzer.
That's a cocktail. All right, we're back in it here, Coach. Glen Ellyn serving it. Did I have problems saying Glen Ellyn there for a second? I think I did.
That's a great overhead.
No more Diet Coke for Sean.
Start off.
Anyway.
No more Diet Coke.
Gosh, stay away.
That's really what pushes you over the top.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I should have told you that I crushed up a bunch of Adderall. And just to get the creative announcing juices flowing.
Yeah. I'm a lot of laughs at parties. That's another good-looking serve. Tell you, the lefty magic thing's just working here. Chris here. That's probably a smart move right
he's
there.
swinging free on that serve right now.
That's the idea.
Ooh, nice little lefty-righty miscommunication
You're
as
kidding.
discussed. Good
Come
bailout.
on.
Oh,
How?
man.
Come on.
That is just...
You can't hit a lob volley from no man's land and win the point. Apparently you can.
This
There's
is
a
just
quick
doesn't
game.
seem to be breaking
Not
Westmoreland's way.
at this point, no.
I mean, nothing. No let cords. No sneaky shots. No random.
No. Sometimes it is pouring
luck factor
when it's raining.
I have a quick paddle question for you experts. In baseball or tennis, it's traditionally said when someone's really going for it, they're swinging for the fences. But in paddle, aren't you technically swinging for the fences every shot?
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, that's a great way to look at it.
Get Up at ESPN
I guess technically they're screens.
has Sneaky Hembo. We have Cal. So, yeah.
And to your point, Cal, I mean, I would consider that, to be one of the faux pas in the world of paddle, if there is one, is to call them fences, actually.
Yes.
Screens or wires, I think, are all acceptable.
Wires. Yeah.
But somebody walks on the court for the first time and calls them fences. I mean, I do believe you get the crap kicked out of you for offenses like that.
There's a pun in there somewhere. No way.
Wow.
Come on.
Oh, there it is.
What a shot. Did he miss it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just
missed
a
it.
little wide. Great exchange, though.
No question. And Carl is basically Reed Richards right now. Just stretching out like 18 feet across the court with his arms.
Go, gadget paddle.
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of two things. Up to now, it's not even so much that that Glen Ellyn is playing, at a certain level. They just really don't miss many at all. They haven't missed many shots at all, which is very difficult when you're playing against somebody who is not going to make too many errors.
Yep.
If not, I don't know how many unforced errors. Cal, I was going to ask you, maybe that's probably too much to ask for.
Great return.
How many?
I'm watching like a hawk.
I'm sure you are.
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, it can't be very many.
A
I'll just tell you
few.
that much. It can't be very many, yeah.
I think, yeah.
There's one right there.
Yeah, there's one. But I think John Mayer and Karl Malone have both had their share of unforced errors, but not many.
Yeah, an unlikely duo, but an effective one.
Great on a postcard.
Malone out of retirement, playing bass, a la Wayman Tisdale maybe for you.
Nice.
So there's another one.
Yeah.
So as I just talk and jinx them, they just went through two unforced errors. It's Love 30 now?
Correct.
Okay, just making sure. The tomahawk.
It's another great
another
ball.
shot. Carl's just got that down. It's not an easy shot, just so you know, those of you at home that are thinking that. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
He doesn't hit it that hard, which is good. He's not cranking it.
Yeah, no, he's just keeping it nice and
Right,
low.
right.
And it's, it's got that like downward trajectory that's always going to cause a problem because it's
Exactly.
harder to volley when the ball is, dropping as it crosses the net.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's smart. Plus, if you really smoke it and somebody gets out of the way, it comes so far out off the screen.
You mean the fence, Coach?
Yeah, sorry. Swinging for the fences.
Sorry. You're right.
That is, that's part of it. All
This
right, this
coming
is
off the
tough.
deck. Yep. Try to Marat Safin right there coming off the deck for the
Andrew and Sean got to slow it down a little bit here and play some. I mean, their points that they won in that last game were for doing almost nothing with the ball, which is so counterintuitive in the world of paddle. But it's like if they just said, let's isolate the center third of the court and put no speed on it at all,
yes,
it would at least get them back to neutral where they could start generating some.
You would think that concept, Coach, the nothing concept, would have attracted me to this game a long time ago, Coach. But no, I didn't figure it out. Do nothing, and you're a much better player. And that's basically a great rule to live by where paddle's concerned. You don't. Sometimes the best thing to do often is nothing. Very little with the ball. Just get it back here.
And man, is that tough.
Yes.
You know, you have the desire to be like, okay, this is spiraling on me. I need to accelerate and hit some big shots and win some points, and it just has the opposite effect.
Yes. And we've said this also many times where
first
if
miss
you
there
have
from
some tennis
Chris.
players that come to this game, the temptation's always there. You have to kind of figure out.
A little wide. That serve has really been working.
Absolutely.
To try to jam up Carl in the corner.
Yeah, and he's not actually right up on the screen.
Great volley.
Returning it, but the placement of the serve has been outstanding from that side. Sit, just long.
I'm going to read you a definition, and I'd like you to tell me what the word is.
Okay.
A
Great.
barrier, railing, or upright structure, typically of wood or
No
wire,
way he pulled that off.
enclosing an area of ground to mark a boundary, control access, or prevent escape.
Moat.
It's a fence.
Oh, okay, a fence. Sorry, is that where you were headed?
Yes, it was.
Are you sure it's not a
what's
moat?
an offense is that you actually gave us that definition, Calvin. That's an offense right now. No,
I was just doing
fine.
it to get more screen time.
All right, still another deuce point here. What a
Oh,
shot.
that's a
Clip
nice jump there from
off
Andrew
the-
to get on that ball early.
Yes. Off the meniscus of Carl right there. Skate save by Roy. Back to deuce. I know. Nobody remembers. I'm just thinking, wasn't his first name Carl Roy? Or was it Maurice Roy? Look at the shot.
Wow.
No way. Come on. It's like a reverse sky hook. I'm not even sure what he was doing there. It looked like something out of the carnival, like a carousel or something. No, we call that the tidal wave. It's coming over the top the other way.
Yeah, that's a good read. You know what's so difficult about what's going on right now is there's so many shots that Westmoreland is hitting that is putting, or seemingly putting Carl and Chris like in trouble, and it's not paying off.
No.
And so then all of a sudden they're able to get back to neutral and turn the tables, and there's like an element of why is this point still happening, you know, kind of thing, like when Carl does a flip and then hits a perfect lob.
That's a great point, Coach.
You know, it's just really mentally difficult to be like, oh yeah, we'll just, you know, you can kind of sense it.
Yes.
It happens a lot, especially at, you know, the higher series.
Yes. Poor lobs get punished
people
more.
And that like there's a shot that everybody recognizes. You know, was like, oh wow, how did that ball come back?
Right.
And it's almost like you can
there.
count that like there's only 6 shots left in this point.
Right.
Because somebody is going to be frustrated. You know, that was what happened.
Because they thought, I think he called. Did he call that out? I think
Long?
he might have called
I
it
thought
out.
long.
But they're. That might not have been in, but I think they got it. He played that off the nick pretty smoothly there. Good dig.
Yep. Nice pick.
A roller. It's a good pace candidate.
There you go.
Hey,
I like that. That's smart.
and stay on him.
They're gonna pick and stick a little bit. This is intelligent, especially because thus far Carl has been
Yes, kind of reaping some
pirouetting
havoc,
his
yes.
way into causing problems. See, that's just that's going to be about as frustrating as it gets with such a well-played point there from Westmo.
Yeah, they kind of deserve better than that in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's
you
just, I
know?
mean they constructed it well, and they were on the ball, and you know, it turned into a let cord dribbler that was ungettable.
They just
After constructing a great point with good strategery.
Exactly. Give Mayer credit though. Tracked everything down and had everything going. Now he's just starting to rip his serve here, so you may as well just see how far you can go with it sometimes. Nice lob.
Yeah,
That's a great
nice
lob.
dig. Smart.
Super return. Hey, there we
Yeah.
go. That was a little more offensively minded, but did the job. And again, taking advantage of that lob, that was the whole thing. 40 more of those and we're right back in it, Coach.
That's where I'm with you.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it is
Working with
it
the
is
spread
tough.
here.
I mean, they're
15,
bringing
30.
a fair amount of offense. It's not like they're hitting bad shots.
Nope.
It's easier to say than it is to do, but you have to play an investment point that, you just say we're going to lob 300 balls in a row and just see
Don't
if
drive
we
one
can.
ball. Are we at 15:40 here? I think we are. Waterfall.
Nice waterfall
Nice
right
pick.
in.
Sit.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Yep. Sean's there.
One time of it. Good lob.
Great spin. That's going to be
Get
a
over.
problem.
Yeah, smart overhead from Carl there. 30-40, still a break point opportunity here. I'm excited about it. I don't know. And on the board,
Well,
Westmo.
looking to start the battle back.
That's right. I was going to say Mo better paddle, but I can't say that. We used to say that all the time with tennis, but you can't do it anymore. It's just not, politically correct. Can't do it. Can't do it. All right. Wow. All right, so there's a little bit of drama here still. It's kind of like a lot of the musical theater productions that I used to be in. There's just maybe a tiny bit of drama, and the rest of it's pretty much comedy.
Paddle is much like the Kardashians. You can manufacture drama anywhere.
Yeah, it's all about manufacturing drama and the outfits. Oh, look, nice slice. Get out.
And apparently body parts.
Yes. That's great playing.
Smart play.
Andrew starting to put on a little clinic out there. Me likey.
I really like I really liked him hanging back when he saw that drive coming when he couldn't get in position.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sean,
to
what's
see.
that saying you have about a break?
Oh, it isn't. That's right. It's not a break if you don't hold.
There you go.
Oh.
You
Well,
know what,
he's wearing the goggles.
Wearing the goggles. Jeez, I'd wear them too.
It's nice to see him come into use, You wouldn't want to wear them just to waste them.
No. I'm going to need a goggles the size of my whole body,
Great
basically.
roller. Good shot.
I think that would be impractical, Sean.
Impractical, not just impossible. Is that what you're saying?
Nice hands. Recover. Yep. Good.
I do cover quite a bit of acreage these days, yes. Well, that's great touch. What a pick.
Another big pick.
How did he get that back?
Just a frustrated swing from that ball, coming back again, like we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
Wanting a different result, or at least there to be more, to put them more in trouble, and he just hit a great shot off of it.
Yep. Are we at 30s? No?
I believe so.
Not anymore. Looks like 30-40 now.
Yep. Chris playing super stable and lobbing really well.
He is.
He's lobbing cross
at the
court
right
well.
times. Yep.
That's going to be a problem for a couple righties, and when he lobs cross court from that deuce side of the court.
And for those of you watching at home, may or may not be at this series. If you're not quite, if you just notice what a lob could do in terms of a return, because it is fun to drive it. Nobody's going to question that, least of all me. But sometimes just a lob return can give you a breather, and you can set up a little bit more easily. You and your partner, for that matter.
Well, they don't call him Chris Stapleton for nothing.
Wow. We're just muting your mic from now on. I thought mine was chooser. Maybe not.
Are you guys in a competition?
It's a cheese shop, sir.
David Johnson says, looks like pickleball for old people. That's the other way around. Pickleball was designed for old people.
Yes.
And paddle is just a smaller, closer version of winter tennis.
Well, I don't know. We can get that opinionated about it. I was going to
Nope,
say.
too
Coach,
late. I said it, and
gonna-
it must be canon.
No. Are we talking about William Conrad back from the 70s, Ken?
No. I mean,
Okay, I didn't know.
they're all
I know.
sports in their own right, but
No.
paddle doesn't have any rules about where you can and can't stand on top of the net.
You're right.
It's also played with the ball that's not a wiffle.
No. All right.
I've offended everyone. Nice. That is a great blitz right there from
Super.
Andrew to recognize the low ball.
And give credit for Sean keeping the return that low. Yeah. I like just saying that because it's my name. You know?
PTI guy, we all want Vilander. I mean, Mats. Great return.
Come on.
What is the deal?
Get out. It's in. It's in. You got it.
What a pick. There you go.
You know what?
He was honor bound to go for it.
I'll say
it was a requirement.
I'll say it. You know what? Yeah, exactly. He's hit every other shot. Why not? I mean, if you're not going to go for that, that's more like the let it ride. You know, you're winning at the casino. You got a pile of chips in front of you. You're just like, why not? Throw it all on 35. Roulette right now. Let's go. All right.
Don't worry, Carl. I'll edit out your one error from the whole
That's
evening.
right. All right.
Nice return.
Great return.
Good volley.
Let's just say they're still in it.
Yeah,
I mean that's the best way to put it.
This is
Isn't
not
it over?
unmakeable. I agree that I think they need to,
I love the backhand waterfall, backhand volley waterfall that set that up, a backhand overhead kind of waterfall that set that thing up from Sean there.
Yeah.
Good
And
volley.
I think, unfortunately, I do think it's the right play for them to freeze out Carl a little bit. I mean, his shot making is kind of killing him.
Yep.
It's not that they can't let him hit a ball. I just think they have to make him do it from the middle of the court so that he doesn't have as much angle. Chris is no slouch. It's not like it's going to be easy to pick on him in the corner. But I think
he's got some talent.
Yeah, I think that it might be. I think that it might get them in a little bit better rhythm.
Oh, unquestionably.
Tough to attack the deuce side, especially when there's a lefty over there. But
yes. Now that other factor, and I'm not seeing it just from anybody in particular, but from pretty much everybody, and you can get away with it on a regular basis to an extent, but you can't get away with it 100%, and that is if you're behind the service line and you're moving backwards and, as you might say, doing a cartwheel, hitting an overhead hard or trying to go for a line or whatever.
Yeah.
The percentages are just not with you.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if you're the best player in the country.
Nice dig.
It's just a very difficult shot. So sometimes it's your shot selection, not just your shot making.
Well, and I think that's another actually a big level separator in the world of paddle is that recognizing like I'm in trouble on this overhead. So
come on.
Yep, that's
Is that it? It is.
It's where it's at. Solid match there from Glen Ellyn. No, didn't give them any opportunities to climb back into it. Just a couple errors here and there.
Yeah, it was impressive. I gotta say, the kilts weren't tilted tonight, guys. They were straight ahead.
They were ready.
They weren't blowing. They were just standing there. Yeah.
So here's what's going to happen, chat. It's 7:50. We are going to. You can stay in the YouTube channel. We're not going to kill the stream or anything, but we are going to reset our scoring and stuff on our end. So we're going to throw the countdown timer back up. You can stick around, and we're going to bring you another match here from Glen Ellyn. On
the fun never ends,
I
Coach.
assume is going to be court number 3 in the lineup
Likely,
tonight.
yes.
So. Give us a couple minutes, and we'll be right back with the next match here at Glen Ellyn Park District.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.
Now we're getting jazzy, Coach.
Oh my gosh, we're back. There's going to be another match here at Glen Ellyn. Really feeling the flow with the jazz tunes.
Well, you know what? It's a lay down, breakdown boogie on the wrong side of town, Coach. I feel like saying Skidley Wawa.
Sunday brunch vibe here with. I like it.
Speaking of Sunday brunches, we should shout out our sponsors.
Live from
it's a good idea.
Viking Paddle.
Viking is
Illinois
groovy.
Bone and Joint. I was just there this morning.
Yes, groovy.
And
Are you okay?
Wintrust.
Wintrust
Not for me.
Bank.
I was picking someone up.
Oh, okay.
And then that's where
mean
Matt keeps
physically?
his offshore finances.
Oh, got it.
Yes.
Wintrust.
Anyway, you know, so my supervisor and I have, of course, a lot of people think this way.
Mm-hmm.
We have the announcer for the nature announcer. You know, anything with lakes on it, Coach. So we're here at Whispering Lakes.
Whispering Lakes.
Anyway, we're back at Glen Ellyn Park District in lovely Glen Ellyn, Illinois, to watch another match here on the live stream, the CPTC live stream, official CPTC live stream, not like one of those inauthentic imposters that are running around trying to be.
No, absolutely not one of those, one of those just random streams popping up.
Who has time?
Thinking that they're going to be part of the Chicago League
Come on.
in the world of platform tennis.
Come on.
Many have tried, but
Yes.
there's only one live stream.
That's right. At least for Chicago or CPTC. Anyway, so this will be a Court 3 match between Westmo and Glen Ellyn. The Westmoreland, okay, wait a minute. Let's figure this out. The Westmoreland asparagus farmers.
Perhaps.
No, they can't be the farmers. What would they be?
Well, the Glen Ellyn Kilts.
The Glen Ellyn Kilts, absolutely.
Yeah.
Westmoreland would be.
Westmoreland.
Yes.
The Beavers.
Wow. I wasn't going that direction, but you know what?
Well, that's not a.
Now that you've done it.
Not impossible.
No,
Now
because
that you've done it. Yeah.
I was actually thinking of Badgers.
Badgers.
The honey
okay,
badgers.
better. Thank you.
That's.
Yeah,
That's what I said. Look, I don't give a damn. What can I say?
Apparently. So the
You get it,
Badgers.
Sean. It's
the
Samuel
Westmo
Clemens.
Badgers. I like it.
Samuel Clemens tells us that puns are the lowest form of comedy. But to quote the great Barry, to me, it's murder.
Well, in this economy,
I knew exactly where that was going.
Yeah.
And it was worth it.
It was. So little break here while we figure out the personnel, or do we already have that sitting there, Cal?
Oh, it's already sitting there.
You're the
No,
best.
yeah, we're ready. We're just looking up how to pronounce everybody's names.
Not to be confused with the breakdown
Because we go, wow.
that Wayman Tisdale does on the bass. Little Wayme Tiz. Right, Sean?
I'm just so glad you even know who he is.
Well, you're
That's
the one that
actually-
taught me.
Hold on,
That is
just
actually
check it
pretty incredible.
Barrientos, yeah. And then
They call him JB.
Warlander. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
And then there's Jason and John, J&J. Not to be confused with Johnson and Johnson.
Although you could get away with that if you wanted to.
In this economy.
And then over here, closest to the camera, I'm pretty sure this is for Westmoreland, Jason Ciaglo, I want to say. Ciaglio?
Chalo, if he's Italian.
No.
Okay.
I remember him, actually,
Yeah.
from when I was at Westmoreland. He's one of the guys that's a seasoned veteran, if I remember him, because it's been a while.
And we got the signal and we're ready to go, man. Turn that track down and
Turn that track down
That's
and
right.
pump it up.
right, put those spurs on and ride. Sorry.
That's one of my favorites of all time.
Speaking
Those
of country
spurs on
music.
and ride.
Speaking of country music. All right, so starting off.
And then John Weinlander, I think, over here in the white hat serving right now. Or as I'm going to pronounce it, Vinelander.
Well,
I like it.
Much like Vilander.
I don't want to backtrack to country, but I think you all should keep your eyes out for Sean's creating a new Patsy Cline impersonation album. He's going to be releasing shortly. We'll play it on the air for you.
There are different types of country music, Cal.
Jason all over the net.
No question. What a nick.
All right.
Mr. Vinelander.
We got a match going here.
What a great shot. John all over it. So it's John and Jason on the near side here. Jason at the net in the white top. Am I correct there, Coach?
Correct. Yep. And then over there on the far side, black vest.
Is that Mark?
Blue sleeves is Mike.
Mike, sorry. I was going to say call him Mark.
And then JB on the ad side.
John Barrientos?
Yep.
That was a nice drive. So we're at 30 all already. It's a war, and it's only 30 seconds old. Look at this. What a
Get
not
down.
A bad lob. No.
It did.
It did.
And a great dig. All right.
That was a smart overhead. Look at that. That caught.
Yep, right on the line.
This guy's painting the line. Sit down. No.
That's tough. Caught the line and the nick.
And the first game.
Yeah. I don't know what idiot's keeping score.
I don't know, but much like we used to do in retail or shops dealing with angry members, you can always fire an invisible person, a made-up person.
We do it every week.
Well, the kilts take the lead.
Cal's
Don't
not
worry,
even
that
real.
guy.
That's just someone that we blame
That was
for
Cal.
stuff.
No, that was Al that we had.
Oh,
to
that's
make
right.
over.
Sorry, yeah.
Alzheimer. So that's terrible.
Where's Kevin?
Wow.
Oh, Kevin, I fired Kevin.
He's the worst.
Yeah. Missed
All right.
all his cues.
Exactly.
All right, so we are in it now, beginning of the second game, court 3.
And John, I believe Barrientos is the one serving right now.
JB serving.
We'll call him JB, even though it sounds like one of those 1940s business meetings. What do you think about that, JB? Well, I'd buy that. Whose baby is that? Okay, so that clipped the line. These guys are just painting the lines, putting on it the proverbial clinic.
That's a good
That's right,
that's
Cal.
good,
I said it again.
shift.
There's 2
there.
clinics in one
clinician.
evening. Yes.
He's a clinician.
That's kind of an oh, by the way.
Maybe a little late decision
S poach
there.
facto poach, yes. 15-30. No.
It's good serve.
Very nice.
Good action on the serve
Yep.
there.
Kicked up, and he's a tall drink of water over there. Not easy to do, get it over his head. So 40-15. It's a good lob.
Yep.
Kind of a seamer there, too.
It would seem so.
Wow. What were you saying about Samuel Clemens again?
Another great overhead.
And
with
it's
the,
out of the park. A
the
little
jam sandwich. I see it.
A would-be the Roddick Guzik school
I
of
see
chasing
it.
the
There
ball
it
down.
is. Just call it out right away.
Yes. No, I was going to say a would-be souvenir for a lucky fan. They should do that at national tournaments. The ball goes out of the court. Just get him another ball. Let him take it home.
Yeah.
In this economy?
Yeah. That's actually one of those times where that applies.
All right.
The ball went out. Let's just get a new one. Actually, it's worth $7. Okay, let's go get that ball.
All right, Jason to serve here.
Solid return. Great dig there by JB. John continuing to work the spin right back at him.
Yes.
That's a smart play.
All right. Great serve. Talk about painting the corner.
Wow.
Come on.
Call him Jackson Pollock.
It's Garrett Cole out there from like a Yankees. I'm telling you, man, just hitting the black guys, so to speak. Black part of the plate, by the way. Cal, clean it up over there. I'm not meaning anything by that.
Wow, another ball right
Oh,
off
and he
the
almost
corner.
pulled
These
that
guys
off.
are just firing on all cylinders right now. Lots of good targeting and transition. The amount of reference that we make in the average broadcast, I mean,
Yes.
it's either going to become a drinking game
Or tiresome.
or there's just going to be like one person left who caught everything, and they're just going
Yeah.
to be like, that stream was built for me.
Yeah, it'll be that that coach, John, I can't remember his last name, from River Trails, that taped every freaking episode of Tennis Rules Radio. He could recall it from memory. Anyway, I loved him, though. He's a really good dude. He's just a little off the wall there. Though you need people like that. Darn it, Coach. You know, maybe not all the time, but you do need people like that. Look at the touch.
Yeah,
He's there.
Smart play.
Not going to run that down in this economy there,
by
Cal.
Winelander.
That was. All right, so what are we? We're at 2-1 here. You betcha. 2-1 Glen Ellyn.
We're too deep in the season. We're too deep in the season. Every match matters. Every set is going to come back to either help you or haunt you.
Yes.
It's like a ghost nurse.
Okay, Cal. No more Panda Express for you early before our broadcast.
Just the right amount of absurdity from Cal Noble.
This season on Hulu.
This season on Ghost Nurse.
On the next episode of Ghost Nurse.
I can't do surgery when the scalpel keeps phasing through my hands. I'm having his ghost baby. The script practically writes itself.
Doctor, the nurse is here. I can't see her, but she's here. Have faith.
Spirit.
Don't worry. These
Nice
poor
lob.
guys. They're having the best point of the whole evening, and we're talking about
They're doing great.
new Hulu series.
So are
yeah.
we.
Yeah, there you go. Sit. Oh. All right. Got to say, John went after that one.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. They built the opportunity. There's nothing wrong with missing the occasional
Little long
drive if
on
it's
that.
the right decision. Yep.
30 all. This is a battle. It's a good serve. And an even better drive return. Jason, I should be calling him JC maybe if I really knew him that well. But anyway, apparently he wasn't all that impressed with the serve. I tell you what, guys are returning really, really well enough to take that game and take the break. And again, it's not a break unless you hold.
It's good volley there.
Absolutely.
Nice drives. Oh, that's the
Skywalking.
classic tall guy play right there.
Absolutely. Didn't even really have to leave the deck.
Jumping waterfall. I appreciate the PTI guy dropping in. 44.2 the rating for Glen Ellyn versus 49.8 the rating for Westmo. Thus making this a on-level and entertaining match.
Unquestionably. Well, we already knew that just from the FanDuel fodder, you know. I'm just saying.
That's a good point.
Only 3 of these guys are on my fantasy team, though. So, boom. That's only because I don't know John.
Caught his sleeve as it went by, unfortunately.
Yes. All right, so they're already signaling, which I kind of like. So basically, what was that? He wants to go up the tee on that one? Because sometimes when you just put it right in the small of your back like that, does it mean he's going up the middle? I don't even know. That's one of those.
That would be my guess, but even more important than moving around at the net, I think if you're going to throw signals, is where you would like your partner to serve, or your partner having an idea of where they're going to serve. It's so much easier for the person at the net to take the step and be in front of the ball.
Well, one of the only times I actually played successful paddle, Coach. Just kidding. I just remember telling my partner where I was going.
Yeah.
Necessarily not even where to serve.
Yeah.
Because I kind of let him be a little creative that way, because putting pressure on him, and that does happen, believe it or not. Had a couple of ladies league members ask me about that. Well, the only reason I don't like my partner to tell me where to serve is because it puts pressure on me to have to keep it there and only have one serve, and I don't want to blow it. And I'm kind of like, okay, well then, then just let her tell you where she's going to go if she's the net player, and just serve wherever you're going to serve. That way, at least you have a game plan,
Right.
even if it is half of one. Half of one.
That's true.
All right, so 3-2. Am I wrong? Glen Ellen's up 3-2, aren't they? I think so. Am I wrong?
No, I
No, I'm
agree
wrong.
with you.
It's Westmo.
The kilts are up. That's my bad. I think I had the score
Now
off.
that
in the
was
second game.
that was a terrible pun right there.
Oh, nice.
I mean, if you just look, I caught it. I'm sure somebody, one of the two people that are listening in or watching, probably caught it as well.
Well, I thought of one for Ghost Nurse, but I kept it to myself.
I think it's probably.
You felt it had run its course.
That's probably for the best there.
Wait until season 2, Cal. I mean, don't.
Don't try to lie to me. I can see right through it.
That's good. Sure.
Great serve.
Really good looking
That's
action.
that's moving enough where it is just not easy to track.
Nope.
And taking a full swing at it is going to be tough.
Yeah.
I believe that's 30-11, not
It
15 all.
is.
Okay, yeah.
What a great screen drive.
Yep.
Get out of town with
Jason
that.
definitely has that like sneaky
Yep.
little screen drive where he doesn't mind playing the ball off his body.
It's almost
And
a
so it's-
tomahawk looking
Yeah.
thing.
And
Yeah.
it's tough to read because it's not like separated. It's not like he's stretching out really far.
Oh yeah.
So it can be kind of
That's great. A great move also. Taking advantage of Vinelander's. I'm going to keep calling him Vinelander's return. It
John
just sounds
Weilander.
right.
John Weilander is one of the guys behind the Volley, which is the smart ball machine trainer
Oh, is that
they're
right?
developing for. Yeah, it's a really cool idea.
Well, cool.
I'm pretty sure it uses AI or Skynet or
Even better.
ChatGPT. What a
Oh,
dig!
you've got to be kidding me. How did he get that back? That was impressive. JB
be
reaching
working.
for it.
Could be working in a quarry with all that digging.
Here we go.
Oh,
You know what? I mean, it was a
that's
lucky
just
volley,
sort of
but
like that's the way that's going to go for JB after that last dig.
Yep.
And then you get the let cord dribble winner.
yep. Because that was a really nice return from John, but sometimes Vilander. Vilander. Is that just a bit wide? Just a bit outside. Yeah. Let's start quoting Bob Uecker now. That's just the way the evening's going to go, right? Okay, Sean.
How about that?
That's that's uncharacteristic at this point, and I haven't even seen Mr. Vineland play for that long, but I just don't think he misses that overhead that often.
That's a great target there.
Way up, yes. Good reset.
Way up. Wayman Tisdale.
I like it.
I would, if I was Westmo, absolutely keep the ball away from JB for a while. He has found a hot streak.
I guess that's one way to do it, is
both
just miss the
shot
serve.
making and just like swinging freely. That I would maybe just
Another
kind of be
game,
like,
yes.
hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna get out of that for a little while.
Well, that's how I like to keep it away from somebody. Just miss my serve. So
Well, I mean, if you miss your serve, they're not allowed to hit it.
No.
That's one way to. It's a high risk strategy. Let's see how it plays out for him, Cotton.
usually got to pay extra for that. So, yeah. All right. So 5-2 kilts are up, so to speak. Yeah. Oh, geez. Was I the one that talked about the kilts in the first place? Yeah.
You might
I'm
have.
sorry. It's my fault. I apologize.
The kilts are up.
I'm reserved. Yeah.
Is that a felony?
I think, and you know what? I think in this county it is. There we go. Then the warm-up's coming off.
It's getting serious now.
Yep.
You really need to have Careless Whisper on the soundboard for that.
They're going I formation
I
here.
like it. I like it. Smart. John has been
He's
finding
right.
his
Whoa,
groove
that was
on the
impressive.
return.
He was kind of riding high in the saddle
Well,
there.
that worked also.
Yeah, he's riding high in the saddle for the I formation there, Coach, where the ball literally just went right over his hat coming in. That serve coming in, that was kind of super impressive.
It's a tough read.
He's there.
Yeah.
Great return from
Justine.
from John, or Jason, Jason. Well, I got to get it right here. Can I start over?
You can. Jason hit the return.
And it was a great return, but he hit it almost too hard. There is such a thing. You pound it that much, it's going to come off the back fence. No, screen. Sorry. I just thought I'd throw it in there.
I'll kill you.
You can't, because I'm a ghost.
Season 3.
Season 3.
Look at the pirouette from JV, or JW. Isn't it JW? It's his last name begins with a W, does it not? Am I
Jason?
wrong? No. John Weilander?
Yes, it's JM.
Yeah.
Or JW, sorry.
JW.
Nice dig.
So this is a board meeting. JB, JW. JC.
Yeah, it is kind of. A lot of decision makers out here. That's a smart roller. Really good speed there from JB to just go soft to the side screen after John got stuck grinding and spinning.
And a set point
Our
here.
first set point of the evening.
Well,
This match. In the last 15 minutes. Good touch.
oh, I was wrong. I apologize.
Quite.
That's fine. I didn't want it to be set point
As
anyway.
per usual.
I was just rolling with you because we're teammates, man. Just because you're blowing it.
I trust you. Change the score. Go out there and tell them that the set's
That's right.
over. See how they take it.
Okay.
Good serve.
So we are at 5-3, though, aren't we?
Yeah, was that just the end of the game there?
3-5, yeah. I think
Okay.
so, yeah.
All right, well, then I just had the score completely backwards.
That's fine.
It's okay. It's
He got it.
The second match goes on quick.
Nice
Good
pick.
stuff. Great
drive.
drive. Ooh, with the volley.
Oh, bought that one.
2 rollers.
At least I'm
2 for the
thinking it
price of
probably
1.
would. Yep.
Let's get Sean excited. He's buying a couch for his basement that flooded.
Hey, anything free. No,
Thanks,
that's
Mark.
not true. That's not true.
Look, you
Appreciate you letting us set up here tonight as well.
Yeah. My cot. I bring it with me.
Everybody's been very hospitable. They've offered us many
Yeah,
beers.
Blake and Mark
and
Cunnington.
food.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm not even sure who that lady was that came over and just asked if we
For
wanted
a
some
Yeah, they were
sausage
having
and
they were
cheese.
having a wine and cheese party,
Yeah.
and they were like, "If you guys need anything."
Yeah, sausage and cheese or something, which sounded like pizza to me. I mean, I'm so uncultured. I was like, somebody got Domino's? What kind of a... All right. 30-15. No, it's 30-15. You got it. I'm proud of you. Oh,
Little
well,
long.
not anymore.
Little long on that serve.
30s. Yeah. What a return. Come on. I mean,
Set point.
are you really... I think we are at this point.
That
maybe.
I would. That that's
Yeah,
that's what it
after
feels
that
like.
return, it feels that way. If not, is that way. Lob might work. Good dig off the screen there. Kind of was sliding down. Some pretty good pace. When I say good, I mean soft. Look at that.
Smart.
Off the seam. Look
Yeah.
at the footwork, which wasn't even necessary, but he did it anyway.
Good.
Oh, you're kidding.
That is.
You're kidding, and there it is.
Pretty textbook. Good lob opens up the space, and he hits the drive where no one is.
That's right. Skidly, wah, wah. Anyway, so I'm sorry. I'm just trying to talk like a jazzer. It
All right,
worked
well,
out.
that's the first set right there to Glen Ellen. We are going to be back after these messages
The
from
Kills.
our sponsor.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, it does sound like smooth jazz. We'll be back.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen. and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute is the best choice for orthopedic care. Our walk-in ortho access clinics provide treatment by orthopedic specialists without a trip to the ER. With evening and weekend hours, we provide your family with excellent care when it matters most. Visit ibji.com to find an ortho access immediate care clinic.
And here we are. We're still playing.
Yeah. Just in case you thought it was safe to get back in the ghost nurse pool, temporary pool.
I asked, and neither team wanted to forfeit after that first set. So that bodes well for the second set because they still have a strong belief in themselves.
Yes. Without any trash talking, which is unusual. Most of the time, you got the trash talking going, and that's where most of this motivation comes from, but not anymore. These guys just have a subtle way of doing it.
I've gone away from the trash talk and into the full honey roast just to make everyone super uncomfortable. Listen, not only are you winning, but you have great calves.
Yes.
And
here's
I'm distracted.
And here's a ham. We had an extra one.
Just super positive compliments the whole time.
Exactly.
Just to make people uncomfortable.
That's right. What is that, polo black that you're wearing? That's phenomenal.
Those shoes really bring out your eyes.
That's what I imagine Roger Federer smells like.
When he perspires, yes. The 30 Love, the Glen Ellyn kilts.
Good
nice
dig.
First volley.
Yep.
All right. Oh.
Okay. All right. I don't think there was a ton that separated that first set. I know that.
I was going to say that, Coach.
JB's playing out of his mind, so that was a factor. I think there's a couple lead cords here and there that could go either way. I do think that
great serve.
I do think that they might have to. John might have to start taking that serve off the screen.
Yes.
Because it seems to be moving on him enough where it's
definitely
a problem.
kicking. And if he's going to take it that early and and he can't control it, you either got to take it later or way later. Yeah. Yeah, when it's kind of like me and running a 10K. I'm either going to be later or way later.
That's a good drive. That was a good
very good
preparation and setup, waiting for a lob that pulled him a little out of position, so they're out of alignment.
Yeah, great job setting himself for the drive there. That's actually a smart return too.
Yeah,
may as well
the block
lob it.
Lob also works.
Nice lob.
Yep. Good pick.
All right, without getting too symbolic, a lot of swinging going on.
Yeah, I don't think that this kind of corner-to-corner benefits Glen Ellyn that much. I mean, I know they're playing on a lot of adrenaline at the moment, but it just always feels like when you start moving the ball around from side to side too much, there's like a random shot that becomes a serious problem when you don't have the time to shift perfectly.
Yep.
And there it is, where they went to the deuce corner and
like clockwork. It's incredible,
half-speed.
You called
half-speed dribble. That doesn't give JB enough time. That overhead doesn't give JB enough time to get right on the net and defend.
You can even say dribble with a V if you want to. It was that kind of play.
Dribble.
Dribble is usually what that's my game. Dribble, yes. Dribble and everything. Oh.
Yep.
I guess you could call it home court. Just cooking there, maybe a little bit off the side screen, just because it's in the nick of time there, so to speak. Way to let that one go.
It's a tough leave.
It is.
Good lob.
JW hitting not a bad line drive, kind of lobby drive like that right there. That was a little low.
That's smart. They should definitely keep the ball on John now after. Yep.
Oh, great big shot.
That's smart.
Yeah.
But again, having an opportunity and then keeping the ball on that player for 5 more shots becomes a big key. So are they able to
The pup.
get back on track in the middle of that.
The push-up principle, Coach. If you can do one, you can do 50, maybe, if you can. I know I can't. Stop it, Cal. I know you don't think I could even do 5, which is probably true. Legitimate ones, by the way.
You're selling yourself short.
Am I really?
I think you could do 25 if your
think
life
so?
depended on it.
Nice. All right. So 15 love. The Westmo Badgers trying to chomp their way out of it.
Brian J. on the stream wants to know what's harder, this or pickleball.
Wow.
I would say this. I think that playing
Yeah.
the ball off the screens has enough nuance and
I don't think there's any
a
question.
different geometry involved
Yes.
and a totally different strategy
Yes.
involved. I think the allure of pickleball is that 4 people can pick up, learn the rules, and play
In 10
immediately.
minutes, yes.
Yeah.
Scoring, getting the 2-bounce rule in. I'm talking pickleball
Isn't that
now.
fascinating about pickleball, that the harder part of the game is learning
How to
how
score.
to play a
Yeah.
match?
Yeah, who to serve to, when to serve that.
I mean, I was a rackets pro for 20 years, and the beginning of pickleball was still like, what's happening and why?
Yeah, I don't know though, but like pickleball,
Are there 3 people playing? Why are there 3 scores?
I don't know if you could
Just deep.
those guys at the top of their game. They're hitting the ball so hard, it's like a tennis shot.
Yeah.
It's not dissimilar from, the higher levels of most sports, right? Like
Yep.
really high-level paddle
We'll
looks
leave it.
very different,
Yes.
than what's
Like
going
Mark
on
Fisher.
at the other levels. Yep. And then pickleball isn't dissimilar, where like
Nope.
the racket skills that are involved at the top level are going to look very different. The
Yes.
sport's going to look very different than
All right, we're tied up bamboo shoots all around again.
bamboo shoots. Mark it down, Cal.
Hey, we had some Panda Express, and technically I think there was a
Great
bamboo shoot
return
or
from
two. in.
Jason there to just knock that
That
ball
just
down.
maybe not. That was a really good return, Coach. I totally agree. I heartily agree. Speaking of board members.
Nice.
Just a
deep.
little long. Yeah,
I was just
mean,
about to say, this is how bad the announcer's curse is. I was just about to say, Mike's been serving pretty well. And then even me thinking it ruined it.
it was funny. If they could hear us, you'd probably hear Mike go, "Damn it, man! Will you shut up?"
Nice dig there. John, that's the
Good
kind of
form.
shift
Look at
and
the dig on
setup
the
that
fo-
they
Oh,
need. Yeah.
that's a smart drive.
Yep. I agree.
You got to give JW some credit there, because when you're moving into the net like that, a lot of your momentum, you're going to naturally hit the ball hard anyway. And to have the presence of mind to maybe just make it a smooth swing.
To take
and
a
still-
little off
Yep,
it, yeah.
and
It's
still hit
tough.
it hard at JB's midsection. That was just a smart move. Great serve. Now, I don't want to jinx him, but that was a great serve from Mike. Getting that in there. It is 15:40, however, so let's just see if they can.
Good dig.
Speaking of digging, dig their way. No way. Nice shot.
I do like that little off-speed screen drive
Yes.
that John has started to mix in there. That's going to play everything.
If I wanted this kind of treatment, I'd go home. What do you- what?
Hey, I'm married.
Sorry, everybody. Now you see what my college dating life was like. I just get the psycho in
Somebody
the room.
just ran up behind us and
Yeah.
pressed all the buttons on the soundboard.
Yeah, my wife broke the mold. She's the normal one.
That's going to leave a mark.
Jesus.
Nice.
It's good
Good
I didn't have the
Yeah.
fader up. My God, everything would have been.
I always think like, what the heck are you doing not
Nice
having the
dig
fader
by
up? What if you need to
Jason?
use one? But it was
That's
genius.
exactly why.
It was genius.
But I
Yeah.
probably should also keep it muted.
Yeah.
That's a great point by both teams
No.
here. Oh, and it kicked straight out off the seam.
Okay,
No
so
angle.
Variantes hits this great roller that comes off the screen, kind of backwards, a little spin on it.
Straight
Yeah,
at
yeah.
John's face,
Yeah, because
unfortunately. He made an early move.
Yeah, I think he made a pretty good move. I was feeling good about his position, but the ball spun back off the screen kind of in a weird way, and he just wasn't able to make the the play. So still in it, 30. What a return.
Yep.
Come on.
Smart.
He's like, oh, yeah, I'm still going to
Knocking
break you.
the ball down.
Exactly.
So important. So important to be able to knock the ball down.
All right, 2-1.
For the
Kilts.
Westmoreland. No, wait.
No.
No. Yeah, it's the Westmoreland
Badgers.
Cobra Tails.
What? Are we making this up? The Westmoreland ghost nurses now? What are we making up now? Come on.
The Ghost Practitioners.
Drug practitioners. All right, so
Westmoreland
2-1.
Capybaras.
And again, it's not a break.
Unless you hold.
Nice return.
And with that,
That's a big ball from Mike there. Really leaned
So
into
there
that
was
one.
this old series, Green Acres, where Mr. Haney used to come up. "Ah," used to have that.
You have the
Do you realize this? We're on live, sweetheart. What are you doing?
She
Thank
keeps
you.
doing it.
Thank you very much. You're the
Just in
best.
case anyone's curious,
Really?
anyone wants to know
After
why we're
that
not allowed to
display?
stream the women's league, this
After-
is why. Just so we're on the same
Seriously?
page.
You want it? Are you serious?
I went to college. I wanted to be a sports broadcaster my entire life.
Really? Where did you go to college?
Well, being on the internet is not that much farther away.
Here, you know what? Should we put her on? Listen, you can't curse, all right? No cursing.
I'm not going to
Give her the headset. All right.
give me a chance.
You do play paddle, right, sweetie? I'm just saying. What's your name?
You have
can
to
start
put the
talking.
microphone in front of your face.
Right here. There's a. There we go. Right there we are. Right there. May I? Right.
Abby Shepard.
There we go. All right, Abby. So do you know these guys out here? Are you like friends with them?
I am not, but I do play in a paddle league prior to.
Oh, get a little shout out to your paddle league. Where's your paddle league?
Paddle league, Park District, Glen Ellyn Park District.
Sure. Well, that would make sense. We're in Glen Ellyn, so that kind of works out.
Yeah, it does work out. So
Bonus.
we get together every Wednesday night, and then afterwards these guys get together and have their league, and it's a great experience. So
Well, cool. How long you been playing paddle, Abby?
I've about 6 months.
You're kidding me. Did you play tennis before this or any racket sports?
I actually did not. I moved from the city. I am a little transplant from the city, and I decided I wanted to get to know people, and I started signing up for some racket sports, including tennis. And
Nobody home over there. Whoops.
Yeah, nobody.
That's great. If
tennis and
racket sports
paddle,
doesn't work
and
out, I mean, Glen Ellyn has a great ultimate frisbee league as well
They do.
that you could look into.
Yeah, well, thanks for that, but
I mean, it's pretty great. Disc.
All right.
I don't like that sarcasm over there.
I'm sorry, you're on our stream. You'll
I know,
just have to tolerate it. You don't happen to be on any TikToks
That's-
talking back to a comedian, do you?
But that's all we are is sarcastic. So I'm just gonna.
I'll take that.
No,
can
it's fine.
handle it.
It's
I've
fine.
got
No,
thick skin.
I appreciate that. So, are you learning anything from these guys? Because they're pretty good. These guys.
They are. They like the strategy is pretty impressive. Like I'm in a pretty like basic paddle league, and I feel like what they're doing right now is exploiting kind of like the intricacies of paddle.
Yes. And they use the screens a lot more.
They use the screens always, which
Yep.
is incredible.
That's always the default.
I feel like it's like a testament to their skill.
Yep. But you know what? You're really making them look good. And then when you say that, that's good. They're going to appreciate this if they get to watch this later. We're just going with we call it the business board meeting nickname. So we got JW over there. And then on this side,
JB over
you
here.
You can call me A Shizzle.
Asia. Oh, wow. Okay. We weren't going to be that hip, but I guess we can be.
Yeah. Why not?
And the other cool thing is usually we have a guest speaker from the club.
Well, I'm the guest speaker.
That's what
I
I'm
guess.
just saying.
Yeah.
Usually we would have had you on earlier because Mark Cunnington blew us off. So we.
Well,
I think his kids had hockey
I mean,
practice,
Did they?
actually.
Mark and I are besties.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about besties, but Mark, I think would be happy with my appearance here tonight. Just like kind of selling the
Exactly.
club, selling the experience,
Representing Glen Ellyn.
Right.
making sure that people know that Glen Ellyn's a good time, and also like at the same respect, like a good source of competition.
There's no question. And boy, I tell you what, you put that well. Besties is always a very subjective term anyway. I always say I'm besties with Cal, but he doesn't talk to me, and I don't talk to him. Yeah. So
Not a bad place to
are
be.
we at 3-2? Yes, we are. And am I not mistaken? But is Glen
are.
Ellyn back on top here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Taking
We're just trying to,
slight
Abby,
lead.
we're just trying to keep
Yeah.
the thing going here.
It's not a hold until you break, though, Sean.
That's exactly right.
and that has to be remembered.
Out of control. So do you know either one of these guys for the Glen Ellyn team?
I do not. Our pro is
Blake? Yeah, I know
and
Blake,
he's on
sure.
the other court right now.
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's incredibly informative and helpful and wise.
He's a
and,
good dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he is a good
Very
dude.
good player too.
He has encouraged us to stick after and watch his game, which is what we have done tonight.
That's
So,
nice.
Yeah.
That's
what
nice
we're
to you
doing.
cheer him on. That's very cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's very cool. When Matt and I were instructors, can we say pros? I guess we can, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would use that term
at a
loosely.
local country club for a little while. We would always like it, kind of. when the members would show up.
Speak for yourself,
Okay,
Sean.
all right, fair enough. I'm sorry.
So what is your background?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I've had a racket in my hand for a long time. Probably
Okay.
older than more time than you've been alive. Probably had.
Yeah. Well.
And so, but
Time will tell.
tennis mostly. But I taught platform and pickleball and tennis at Lakeshore Country Club for the last 3 years?
Yeah.
We were here 3 years.
Three and some change.
Yeah, absolutely. So did you play? Sports
nice.
when you were younger? Did you hear me?
Yeah, me.
Yeah, you. Mhm.
I
Yeah.
did. I was an avid soccer player. I was an avid
cool.
swimmer.
From this
And,
area? Are you from this area?
Yes, I'm from Naperville. I
cool.
was all over the boards and had a lot of experience in different settings. And now as an adult, I am looking at different things that make me feel fulfilled athletically.
And is
So
paddle one of them?
it is. Yeah.
It's the right combination of
Yeah.
line and paddle. Otherwise,
I agree.
it can fall out of balance pretty quickly.
It can. I mean, I've been out of balance already anyway. Much of me is out of balance. When you get as heavy as I am, Coach, half of you is a little heavier than the other half. So
I always go back to the well. It's just,
Well, I
it's
think
just
one
such
of the things for
low-hanging
me
fruit.
is that, like,
Yeah.
I grew up playing sports. I have, like, a natural inclination to, like, athleticism and sports and, competition.
Yes.
And I feel like paddle as an adult sport or tennis as an adult sport is something that provides people with something that they don't get when they're losing things like football or basketball or soccer or
Oh, absolutely.
whatever it is that they're playing as an amateur college or high school athlete.
pulled back even at 3-0. You know what? You're right about that.
Yeah.
Honestly, the other thing is this is a very social sport. I mean, it's not just because it's doubles. What are you looking at me that way, Cal, for? It is social.
No, it is for sure. That's why I was so good at
But
it
it's
with my
also
speech and
super
debate background.
competitive.
Oh, it is.
I mean, it's also super competitive.
can be,
I mean,
absolutely.
you can't disguise the fact that these guys are out here like. I mean, it's a game of strategy, game of strength, a game of strategery, and I mean,
Wow,
it's not a game for the faint of heart, you know.
I tell you what, we should just have you at the tourism board
Oh,
with that stuff.
You wanna
Because I mean,
hire-
she is
you
no.
wanna hire me?
If I had the
nice,
wherewithal,
Molly.
you'd be the go-getter we've been looking for. Yeah.
well, you know what? I'm looking for a job, so.
Are you not serious? Are you?
I mean, I'm a high school special ed teacher, and
Are you really?
I started off as a journalism major in broadcasting for sports broadcasting, and
Did we ask you where you went to school for
I went
that?
to Indiana University.
You're a Hoosier.
I am a
See, so
Sure.
both my kids went to Indiana. Actually, the last one is already almost done.
really okay,
Yeah,
well,
so I'm a big
congrats to
fan of
you.
that school.
Yeah, I mean IU is great foundation. I went a different trajectory.
Yeah.
However, I mean it's always in my soul. I mean when sports are part of your soul, it's
Yeah, it's hard to get it out of there.
Yeah.
You're not probably ever going to do that. So
yeah.
it's kind of cool. And so, do you have a name for your team? Because we do that with you.
I mean honestly, it's just like Wednesday night paddle.
Oh, is it okay? Okay.
But if you want me to make something up, I could.
You could. Well, see, we do that all the time. We try to make it so that But for instance, Westmo, what are they right now?
Well,
the ghost
no, I mean,
nurses?
we're not in the same category as these guys. We're like a fun and fearsome group of women who
Okay, I got you.
are taking time out of their lives with their kids and their lives and their jobs and making
Sure.
paddle a priority
Oh,
or
yeah.
making extracurricular a priority.
Yeah, but you know what?
so-
Even if you're just doing
That's
that,
great.
it's okay to have a team.
Yeah, you
name.
got to pick a
Yeah.
mascot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you're no, so
We're the Wednesday night fearsome.
the fierce. I like it already. We just need a noun
Wednesday-
now.
No, hold on, hold
We need a
on,
noun.
hold on.
Fearsome
We're-
what?
Wednesday night fearsome tigers.
Tigers.
right.
Or,
Yeah.
Can we say tigresses? No.
Yeah,
Or is that?
I'm good with
Okay. All right.
tigresses.
Good. I'm just saying. I figured if it was, I just don't want to be. I don't want to be non-inclusive.
You're not inclusive. Yeah, you're super nice.
I just want to make sure that was the case.
Yeah.
I have to look up what the plural is for tigers. Tigresses?
By the way,
I'll do
Tigresi?
tigresses.
yes, tigresses.
But
Yeah.
I have to,
who are
But
you?
I have to check.
Are you in check too?
I'm Matt. Yeah, it's nice
Matt.
to meet you. I'm Matt
Yeah, you
McClure.
haven't been really present.
We won this. We run this little live stream for the leagues.
Hey,
all right, 4-3. Yeah.
I'd be game any night of any week if you want an additional soul.
Wow.
No,
Thank you.
my dream is to be on broadcasting.
Oh well, you're living out your dream right now.
I actually
we are
have-
live to tens of people.
I don't even think you guys understand. This is my dream.
This
Is it really?
Yeah,
This is going to be excellent then when we can split it up into a series of TikToks.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, let me know what TikToks I'm on. I'll make sure I check myself out.
What's your name on TikTok?
I don't even know. I
Okay.
don't think I have a name.
All right.
I'd have to actually go and look.
That's all right. You don't have to. It's probably
But-
better that you don't have one.
Keeping it
Yeah.
away from China. Smart.
Yeah. Gotta keep it away from China. China cannot know
Good
who
love.
I am.
That's
Right?
it. You know what? That's another good band name. I've got to put that down.
China,
Keeping it from
can't
China.
know.
Keeping
Yeah.
it from China.
Keeping it from
Keeping
China.
it from China.
Or hashtag China can't know.
I like that too. Oh, that's awesome.
China
That's a
can't
new
know.
I mean, you're
Jingle.
going to get, you know what?
That's
you
going on the
laugh.
soundboard.
It's going on the namemyband.com
Hey.
list. I swear to God, it's going to be there tomorrow, and I'm
Hey,
going to give you
guys.
full credit.
Guys, I gotta give you some serious stream here. I'm leaving to go with my girlfriend.
All right,
but
go
Okay.
get him. You know what? It was a
hey,
pleasure.
It actually was like my life dream.
Seriously.
I'm not.
You know
kidding
you can watch yourself on this later if you want to.
Well, I don't know if I
You
need
can.
to do that, but
No, you can watch and listen.
If
You,
you
really
guys-
can't see yourself, but
you guys want like a pseudo
a field
weird,
reporter.
Yeah.
You know
like
what,
You guys
that-
need someone.
I tell you what. Well, once we get the budget for that, you're going to get a call. We just
Absolutely.
don't. Well, we just call
I mean, I
Mark.
love- I
does
I mean,
love
Mark,
even
it.
Cal is an unpaid
Yeah.
intern, so
does Mark have your number?
we're getting there.
I'm signing off.
She's signing. All right,
Okay.
thank you. I appreciate
Thanks,
it. Very
Abby.
nice.
Hey guys, thanks for the opportunity.
Good luck.
I appreciate
We'll
it. Good
consider
luck.
this an audition.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, Cal, you're fired.
Well, you had a good run, Cal.
All right. Well, that was delightful. It was. And
Nice.
delightful is a subjective term.
The spin move.
So, okay.
I mean, that's just you're just witnessing the kind-hearted person that Sean is deep down in his soul.
Another subjective term.
Well, I think we found the star of Ghost Nurse.
All right.
Also, I'm
What's your team
smelling.
name? The Wednesday Night Winos.
I'm getting hints of
is,
Chardonnay on the on the mic.
It's a buttery Chardonnay.
Also, I tried my best to keep the score, but I have no audio, so I'm
All
going
right,
to
that's
pretend
okay.
that matters, even though it
I
doesn't.
think you're right. I think you're
I know
on.
the game score is correct.
Yeah.
It's 4-3. The kilts are
set
up.
score, but the kilts are up at this point.
yeah.
But it's, you know what? And while we've been into the banter, Coach, it's been a war here. I got to say.
Yeah,
There's
these
been
guys are
still
playing.
a battle.
These guys are playing well. And on the upside, I mean, you know, who would have thought that the next thing I needed to put in the budget was security?
Yeah.
I didn't realize, you know, as like a little side
Field
project
reporter
that we were gonna
/
be like,
security.
yeah, yeah. It's the three of us, and we you know, run the stream, and then we pay $250,000 to a group of former Navy SEALs that are just going to bend anyone in half that comes anywhere close to the microphone.
It's kind of like what Earl Woods used to do to Tiger Woods, where while he was teeing off, he'd throw things at him. And,
You're not.
Get
You
out a
can't be a
bullhorn.
great commentator
Yeah,
unless
exactly.
there's someone in the background
Some
who
type
wants
of duress.
to be on
Yes. Yeah.
on
Yeah,
the microphone.
you don't. Yeah, because I mean, I'm telling you, if I didn't have that mute button or at least the fader down, she would have had all of the bump music all on the air at the same time. So that was impressive. So
Well, let's
nice
all
lady,
take a
though. She's
let's
nice
all
lady.
take a. Why can a toast to the Uber drivers of the world?
Let's all toast our Chardonnay. Good overhead, by
Gosh,
the way.
I love Uber.
JW couldn't come up with that one. So if I'm not mistaken, it is add out. Yes. I believe it's add out.
For all, maybe? Yeah.
Yep. Add out. And just missed
Swing
the
for the
return.
fences.
Why not? Figure you got a shot at it.
Dare you?
Figured they won the first set. Maybe you can take a little poke there. The only thing that I liked about doubles, coach, is that I can't take a chance and then not affect my partner with.
Yeah, I would agree with you that is sort of a unique element, right? When it comes to, I mean, you have to play return games
Yes.
in particular
Yes.
as a team.
Yes.
And if you're the ad player, you got a lot of extra pressure on you if your deuce partner is constantly
Can't
swinging as
find
hard
the-
as they can and can't find the court. I mean, it's really tough to always be fighting off.
Exactly. Yeah.
To have it be add
Yeah.
in all the time.
I thought it was deuce, but I guess it's going to be add out then.
Yeah. Court
And
GPS
Ooh,
is
nice
something
touch.
that was really
That
nice
was a
touch.
soft waterfall there from John.
Yeah. Court GPS is something that I would always struggle with my partner or me. As a matter of fact, I've heard you say many times, I don't think you want to miss 2 returns in a row. So if I miss, or if my partner misses, my job on the next one is, I mean, not to be basic about it, but let's not miss 2 returns in a row.
Well, I was going to say, I don't want to butt in here, but how is that any different than don't miss your first serve?
Not much.
You get the first one for free.
That's
Don't miss
true.
the second one.
I think that the spirit is the same.
Yes.
I would say.
Oh,
Just a little
missed
long.
it.
That's too bad, actually, because he set up on it early and he was
He
trying
did.
to put extra height on it. It wasn't a bad trajectory. Just missed by a little bit. Great
There's
drive.
that.
Oh,
there it
yes!
is. Oh.
Wow. That's a nice close.
No, I was just going to say, that was that Ghost Nurse voiceover. That's what that is. The Ghost Nurse VO. So,
Hey, that was Abby's life dream, you guys. You got to
Annie.
appreciate that. Oh, was it Annie?
I don't know. I couldn't hear.
I think it was Abby.
I didn't have a
I
headset.
thought it was Abby
I
also.
think it is Abby.
Well, okay.
I'm pretty sure it was
PTI
Abby.
guy put Annie in the chat, so that's what I was going off of.
Well, I'm telling you, I think.
So I
I'm not mistaken, it was
apologize.
Abby.
No,
but yeah.
I mean, it's weird, too, because, Abby's
might
like,
have
that's my
graduated with
life
my
dream.
kid.
And I don't get to say that very often, but
No.
aim higher, Like,
Wow.
CPTC live stream is not going to be, I think, the pinnacle of what you're shooting for.
all right, I know we're not on a Twitch where there's a booth cam, but I want to do this to Coach Bird. Sean looks forlorn in the corner.
That was.
Aim a little higher than being on the CPTC live stream, will you? Sean's live stream.
Yeah, see, I didn't go to college, and I'm on the CPTC live stream.
First of all, you are going to college, Einstein. You just didn't register this semester, you bonehead.
I mean, we joke.
Am I wrong? Am
no,
I wrong?
No, that is
okay,
correct.
Okay, well then.
hey, look, I don't like to,
Well, I'm just telling you. Let's be technical about it. That's what happened. It's not like you're not
Technically correct
smart
is the
enough,
best
or you're
correct.
not. You're just chose
Great.
not to go.
Really working the waterfall right now. Westmo has kind of found that pace
Yeah,
of dropping the ball down into the corner.
that's another lesson there. You can't hit a waterfall too hard.
Here's another question. How many
is
times
again.
on court, by regulation, does someone have to hit a waterfall before they get called Niagara? Is it like 50?
I don't know. I think it's
Oh, that's game.
a
Yep.
lot.
Well, not only that, I think you get that moniker because your waterfall is so good.
Oh.
I would think that would be.
Yeah, it's probably less and more success.
Yes.
would give it
Nice.
to you. It's not
All
very
right.
often you
Cool.
can say that.
Who's that finance
Are we at 5
guy?
all right now?
No, we're at 4 all.
4 all?
Sean
I was gonna
takes a
say.
village. This game is wrapped up tighter than a
4-all.
taco
Uh-oh.
in
Keep
a
it clean.
place that wraps tacos
Yeah.
very tightly.
Chipotle.
Nah, they're pretty loose with it.
Okay, understood.
All right. 44, Reggie Jackson.
Lewis
Nice.
Hamilton.
That's true.
Oh, like you know who that is.
Nope, no idea. Not a clue.
Well,
That might curl in there, and it does. Unbelievable. I know. How did that come back? No way.
Unbelievable.
I mean, because I'm not going to say, and I was going to use the old Irvin line, no way was that deliberate, but I'm just saying he didn't necessarily mean to curve that back in.
No, it did
But
curl
that
right
was
in
impressive. But it looks like Glenn Ellyn got it back there. 15 all.
there. That's a rare miss on the return there
Yeah.
from Jason.
I don't think
That's his
Mr.
go-to.
Barrientos has missed has lost his serve yet. Am I not correct in that?
Yeah,
No, I
no,
think
he's
you're
been
correct.
serving well.
Pretty
He's
solid.
He's
putting on a
holding.
clinic.
You know how much I love those clinics, especially when the ghost nurses are working. All right, so 30-15.
That's going to be a
Some
problem.
pace, yes. And actually stayed back, which was
Yep,
kind of smart.
That's
Yep.
the right play. Realizing that you overhit it.
Oh,
That's tough.
All right, so 40-15. Little costly.
I mean, that it becomes the value of that super high sky lob, right? Is that
Yes.
as it drops down, you kind of have to
Yes.
absorb some pace. If you overplay it, it launches on you.
Oh, PTI guy's apologizing to me in the chat. I appreciate it, but it was unnecessary because it was Sean's fault somehow. It always is.
We'll find a way to blame
How is it
Sean.
my? Yeah.
Sorry,
that's
it's
all
the
right.
intern, Kyle.
It's okay.
Don't worry about it. For the next couple streams, we can blame Abby.
So it's not even here.
Yeah, well, you know.
Speaking of blame, and I forgot about this. Oh, great
That's
point.
tough. That's a good
There's the
pace
game.
on the recovery.
That is
So the Kilts take the lead, 5-4.
that is tougher than a well-done steak.
They're okay. Now we're keeping it cleaner, though. That's good.
It was always you and your dirty minds.
No. Well, Cal, you just you. I'm telling you,
On
give
air
me
Cal
agita.
versus off Cal,
No,
yeah.
I'm just saying. I just worry about.
Sean's very angsty when he's on he's on the stream.
Well, when strange
it's also
women come up and
entertaining because
cuss
it's such a violent transition.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Every time he's going to say
Off
something.
stream, we're
Yeah.
like, take it easy, Cal. And then he goes live, and he's sounds like Norm Macdonald.
I'm thinking, oh gosh, where's he going with this? All right, so
Tell
first
the
serve
mock
missed
joke.
there.
Was that serve out?
It was. I don't
it
think
was,
they're
yes.
clapping for that necessarily.
Yeah, that's why I was. Yeah.
No, I don't think that. I think it was just
I think it
irony.
had to do with the other
Yeah.
court.
Yeah. We got some really good sportsmanship here, so.
They don't try to put
It's a
anybody
good
on
lead
kilt.
there.
No.
Jason reading that ball in the rise.
It was. All right, so 15 all. JW just kind of resetting himself.
Good
Nice deep
hands,
serve. That's
yeah.
going to work.
That's a good volley to come up with.
Yeah, that's the only pitfall to looking for that blitz.
Yeah, the
and staying there.
danger of, if you get caught at three-quarters court and
Yep.
then you hit like a floater,
Yep.
it just becomes an opportunity for the ball to end up
All right,
behind you.
40-15. See if we can pull it up to Sammy Hagar here. That's 50. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry.
No, that was good.
It's not that. Great return. Wow.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
He put more sauce on that than a burrito that has too much sauce on it.
40-30.
Except there were just the right amount. Goldilocks in the 3 drives.
Wow. Oh, he let it go, which was a smart move. And it is 5 all.
5 all. It's a good question by Ryan. Can we discuss the foot faults here? We don't have the
What
best
foot
angle
faults?
here to see. Well, the rule is that if everyone's doing it, then no one says anything.
That's exactly right. It's funny.
That's
It's
just
funny,
kinda,
Ryan.
That's just kind of the way that it goes.
You know,
like
he's right though.
yeah, but if there's like one person on the court where it's egregious, then
Right.
maybe you say something. But if 3 out of the 4, like it's not going to change if
No.
3 out of 4 people are doing it. So
And Ryan, you know what's
so
funny?
You just don't worry about
you know,
it.
you know what we call that? We call that going way back. We call it, if it's really bad, it's called a foot vault. Because guys are
really
like,
covering some distance.
I swear at one of the local clubs, I wasn't even playing with this guy, okay? And he was, let's just say, less mobile than I look, okay? Because I don't look that mobile anyway, right? But this guy was less mobile than I look, and I would swear to you, he was standing at the net as he made contact with the ball.
yeah.
I mean, there was just such an egregious,
Yeah.
definitely egregious violation of the rule. But he's right. Technically, you're not really allowed to leave your feet and go over that baseline until the ball leaves the paddle.
Yeah.
But I've never called it. Coach, have you ever called a football?
Yeah.
Football out that you have? Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Only from a perspective of like, hey, just be aware that you're coming over. I've never taken a point off of it. I've replayed a couple of points.
Sure.
To just say, hey, you got to watch your feet. But,
Sure.
I mean, there's different versions of it too. There's people that are, toe touching the line, and there's people that are over the line, and then there's people that are a full step and a half.
Those are the
court.
guys I'm talking
That's
about.
the one where I mean, I've definitely
Great
played. I've
move
definitely
from
played with
JW
people where it's like,
to break.
yeah, nice.
Unbelievable.
I've definitely played with people where it's like they never miss a first volley, and that shouldn't be the case. And the way that they do it is by just being on top of the net.
Well, that's
serve.
exactly kind of my point with this guy that I was talking about, because he really didn't ever miss a first volley because he was already standing at the net. I mean, it was obviously an illegal, and nobody was calling it. So, I mean, like I said, I don't – maybe I tell you why I probably don't call it, me personally, because I've had an issue with that in racket sports, period. In tennis.
Recall it.
Yep. Well, first of all, when I played, my best shot was my serve. So if I was playing, people would look for it. You know what I'm saying? Just any kind of edge, which I'd understand. But
it's also kind of tough. I would say it's easy to see, like in this situation, everybody's on camera. There's a stream. What a great ball movement there from John.
Yeah, Brant is almost too quick to get that off.
It's
the side
also,
screen.
I mean, it's one of the things that, like, as a returner, you're not really looking. I mean, I've had people say something like my partner maybe has been like, he's way over the line, and I'm like, I'm not looking. I'm trying to return the ball. I wasn't really paying that much attention.
No. So I mean, I'm probably less. My point was, I'm probably less likely to call it because I might be guilty of it. Now, I'm not stepping 4 feet over the line, but. So I'm probably less likely to do it. But the other thing is, I played baseball, and I always had a coach that said, if you don't step into your throw, we're going to bench you. So every time I would serve, I just remembered that, and I would just kind of pick up my foot. So I had to figure out a way to work on that. And the best way really to do it is we call it the Pete Sampras toe raise before you start serving, and you basically replace your foot.
Yeah.
And that way it seems like you've taken a step and you really didn't, and you don't really move. And so if you get used to doing it,
it kind of allows you to rock into your motion a little bit with the kind of same sensation.
Exactly.
I totally get it.
Yeah. But no, hey, Ryan, you know what? You're right. Nobody's arguing with it. It's just that it's one of those things where, it's like calling a foul and pick up basketball. I don't know. Some guys, you breathe on them and they're all over you. Up, foul. And then you could basically knock somebody to the ground.
Well,
and
it's also one of those.
Good waterfall.
It's also
nice
one of those
catch.
situations where you're really far away.
Sure.
And you don't have a line judge on the court. Like if you have a chair
No.
umpire in a tournament,
They're
they'll
gonna
call a foot
it.
fault.
Yep.
But ultimately, I think you can't. I mean, I think you can.
Are we at
I think you
6
can
all?
play a let. Yeah, I think that would go to the breaker, wouldn't it?
That's right. We're going Coleman.
We're gonna go Coleman.
Yep. Here we go.
Don't call it a comb back.
Okay. Jesus, Cal. Where's Abby? Bring Abby back in here.
Who just won that point?
I think the serve was out.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
Well, wait. Why is he serving twice in a row?
Because it's a good point.
Well, I guess we're not playing.
6-5.
Okay.
We got it.
All right,
Somebody's on top of the score.
I missed one.
God knows it's not me.
It's all right. Well, in your defense, we did give your headset
Your
to
headset
somebody
did
else
evaporate.
for about a half hour or whatever. It felt like a half hour. Anyway.
Post sabotage.
Yes. Let's get
Nice dig.
the dig. I tell you what. This is even. That clipped the edge of the line. He's going to go after that again. What do you also see here, Coach, especially when it gets tight or when the score gets tight, is how good are they at playing kind of relatively conservatively when they need to? Of course, what did he do?
Yeah,
Just
that was
jinxed him.
Smart play there
Just jinxed poor Mike there.
to not do too much with the ball.
Exactly. What are we at, 30 all? 30 love, I should say.
I
30 love?
I
think
have
you're
no
right.
idea.
I think it is.
We're
No,
deuce.
yeah, I
Is this
think
really?
we're
Look at
deuce
that.
also.
All
Yeah.
right.
They were
Oh,
still,
wow,
They were still
she's back.
in it when.
Nope.
Do
that
we
was,
need you? 1 second. We're at a tight part in the set here, and we just want to see how we're doing this. And besides, Cal's having trouble scoring. And you have his headset.
Nah,
so,
that's.
I mean, when we have the fourth
Oh,
headset,
that was
maybe,
in.
Nice pick, Jay.
Yes.
Oh,
it's in
wow.
there. What
2 in a
pick
row.
up.
Everyone contributing.
Come on. It's a team effort. It's like the Globetrotters out there right now. What, do you know who the Globetrotters
The Harlem
are?
Globetrotters,
You
of
do
course.
remember. Okay.
Though I couldn't tell you any of the players,
I'm
but I've
just saying,
seen
you're
videos.
You're,
I mean, they're
your
incredibly
generation,
talented.
I can't imagine they remember who they. It's impressive.
Is there an episode of The Simpsons where Homer bets on the Generals?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Awesome.
It's a little bit of easy play for everybody.
Awesome.
We're the hard place.
Well, the hard
It's
play
always
is,
harder than it looks.
especially after 70 shots in a row, which is whatever. Oh!
That's a tough series of shots there.
All right.
Really kind of tough.
Does that? I think. That brings us to a tiebreak.
Let's see. Well, he's going to
Well,
start.
let's
If he
hope.
starts, if he starts on the ad side, which it looks like he's going to, I think we're at a Coleman. Yeah. Here we go.
Let's see how this first
So
point
here's the
goes
tiebreak.
before we rush to any big decisions.
It's got to be a tiebreak right now. There we go. They're switching sides. It's a tiebreak.
It is a breaker.
You bet.
You need my help?
No, we're good at the moment, Abby, but thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying that. Thanks for using my name.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome. All right. 6 all. Couldn't be any closer. If I had nails, I'd bite them.
They're gone.
They've been gone a long time,
They've been
Coach.
destroyed by the first 2 sets.
All right, so up 0-2. No,
1-1.
1 all.
Bamboo shoots.
Bamboo shoots again.
Bamboo shoots. Oh,
How did I
what
miss,
an opportunity,
How did
Sean.
I miss the opportunity for bamboo shoots? That's going to work. What a great lob that was. Just pulling out all the stops. Little Ginsu on the backhand side.
The Bucharest backlash.
Not yet. You're not going to get that. You don't get that
I
unless
still don't know what
somebody-
it is.
I'll show
I
it
still
to you
don't
one
fully
day.
understand it.
No.
I'm just excited.
Oh, how does he get the seamer?
And the seam at 4 miles an hour.
I know that usually that's home court advantage. That just doesn't happen to the visiting players. But apparently tonight, Ghost Nurse is out there pushing the ball all over the place.
Glad we're getting
All
a
right.
lot of mileage out of that.
2-1, we are.
It's like a Ford Fusion on the highway.
Touch is there.
Good touch.
Oh.
Jay
Words.
did not overhit it. Ran all the way up there and just placed the
3-1.
ball back.
1-3.
1-3, I should say.
3.
Yeah. You want to go inside?
Nope,
Ah,
a little wide.
just a little indecision there. He looked like he was actually going to pull it back
I
across
think, yeah,
court.
it looked like he was trying to hold it for Jason to make a decision, like to commit one way or the other, and then it just
Exactly.
kind of got in on his body a little bit.
Exactly.
Did some? Never mind.
2-3, what?
I forgot a tiebreak goes to 7 and not 5.
Yeah,
Ignore me.
it's all right.
I mean, it's a pretty good rule of thumb.
We've been ignoring you for years.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's
Oh, that's going
It's
to
in
drop.
there. He's there.
It dropped.
the
No
kilts.
way that was intentional.
See, I say deliberate, but intentional's even funnier.
was calculated.
There we go. We're just playing some solid
Yep.
paddle. Awesome.
That's a little wide.
Oh, just a bit outside.
really
5-1, kind of a
slowing
commanding
down,
lead here.
It's really slowing down in the backcourt has benefited Westmoreland here towards the end of this set. Just not doing too much with it.
Yep. As they say, paddle's about not missing. Making somebody else uncomfortable, if you will, Coach. The tomahawk,
Nice
but
hands,
he's there.
Nice hands. Stepping up to cover.
Good loop. That's a nice lob. Just kind of a... Okay, and then, you know, Westmo's shifting a lot better right now, too, when they do swing the ball, which we don't always recommend as instructors, when, in fact, we are instructors at the time. That's in there.
Nice.
No way. Come on.
This redrive right there from Jason to hold the net.
And JB able to handle it, which was impressive enough. Oh!
That's tough.
Wow.
Really good point.
Grind.
From
And we got a
both
set
teams.
point here. God, I hope she doesn't come by now. We're covering these buttons here. Lord, get away from me. Now, so let's pick up. Let's get the half volley down. Teaching pro over there.
Super casual.
Wow, what a shot. And that's going to work for the
And
set.
did somebody
You're
say
kidding me.
three-setter?
Unbelievable.
Hot dog.
Unreal. Well, we're getting our money's worth here in Glen Ellen.
Okay.
Lovely, historic Glen Ellen. We're getting it there. But anyway, so we're going to be back with the third set. I didn't mean to step on your intro there or your outro there, Coach.
No, I didn't have anything. I was
After
just going to go
you
look
didn't?
to see if Abby wanted to get back on the mic.
Don't say that.
But we'll be back after these messages.
What's this cap upon my head?
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute is the best choice for orthopedic care. Our walk-in ortho access clinics provide treatment by orthopedic specialists without a trip to the ER. With evening and weekend hours, we provide your family with excellent care when it matters most. Visit ibji.com to find an ortho access immediate care clinic near you.
It's going to be cool.
And we're back.
Are we back?
We're live.
Did somebody miss the music?
No, we didn't miss the music. I'm just trying to see.
No,
if we
it's
got-
just that all the buttons got pressed and
Yeah,
every
Oh,
dial
right.
got
Friggin'
spun.
Right.
What the heck are we
right.
doing there? Let's get a little reggae.
Well, after the second set, the slate is cleaner than the inside of a bottle of Clorox.
I like it that you're stretching further with each attempt.
yes, you're growing.
I mean, at
whether
this
you're
point-
registered for school this semester or not, you're growing.
At this point, much like gymnastics, you're just getting points for attempted difficulty.
That's right. Degree.
Degree of difficulty.
Yeah. And I'm the West German judge. I just keep
Diving and
panning your talent.
diving and figure skating and gymnastics. How are
I-
those sports? Is that? I mean, you know what I mean?
Figure skating
I-
is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's like a subjective. Like you got
It
a
is.
judge
Oh, I
that
see
can
what you
give an
mean.
artistic
Yeah.
score.
Basically, it's basically Olympics and X Factor all at the same time.
In fact, that
You know what
would
I mean?
if there was
Yeah.
a talent show while ice skating, I think that would be.
The judges are also ice skating.
And
Right.
now
I'm
I
the
will
s-
play the violin during a triple toe loop.
I want to be the Simon Cowell of the.
You've got the stature for
Do
it.
I? Is he heavy too?
No,
I didn't think he doesn't look that heavy.
No,
on,
he's not.
Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
he's not
He's in
in
good
shape,
shape, isn't he?
but
He's having stuff
fine.
removed from his body and injecting it in his face. Like, it's not.
Oh, jeez. All right.
I don't know
Enough
if
of
you
that.
could physically survive carrying around those cheekbones. I think those
Yeah, we'll keep the.
augmented reality.
That's a great band name. I'm sure that has
Augmented
to be a band.
reality. We gotta
It
keep
does.
Keep it funky.
Does have to be
We'll keep it funky as the guys
a band
file
name.
back in to warm up for the third set here in lovely historic Glen Ellyn, Illinois. Bucolic, yes.
That's
yes. Majestic.
Landmark ridden.
Landmark ridden,
Yeah.
yes. We got. I forgot about that one. Glen Ellyn, and we're not kidding, by the way. You could spend a week here sightseeing. There's no There's no question about it.
That is true.
What do you think you'd see?
Yeah. Thinking. Well, there's a Denny's, and
Yeah.
There's a Denny's.
isn't there a Grandma's Pancake
I don't want to
House?
go to this Denny's. I want to go to good Denny's.
Now, you would not believe I was driving to go get us food, and the civil infrastructure is astounding. It really is.
It's a special place.
I mean, their road gators are in perfect condition. The overpasses are clean as a whistle.
I enjoy that in order to get to this facility, you have to do a loop-de-loop exit thing, but it's not a highway. It's a fascinating, I mean, you're just kind of on a main road, and then they're like, take a left at the Walgreens, and you're like, why? And then it winds around. The entrance is mini golf. I love the sign. I might steal the sign that says park closed at dusk except for platform tennis and mini golf.
I think it says putt-putt golf as well.
Does it say putt-putt?
I think it says putt.
I'm
I could
definitely
be wrong.
stealing it.
I'm just throwing paddle hacks in
If
there
there's a
just to
sign
remind
missing, though,
everybody.
it wasn't us. It was one of those crazy...
Abby was out there with a file.
That's right. And
All right, set number 3. Let's
back.
do it. This is getting serious.
Yes.
Serious as a heart attack.
We call it hacking with your paddle
Wow.
when you're in the third set, so that's why.
It went
you're
over.
kidding.
Everyone was surprised.
I didn't think it was going on.
That's the right ball, though, from Mike.
Bring it back up.
Yep.
Are we getting enough ambience from the court there? I can't really tell.
I'm going to have to call my babysitter.
Yeah, well, I'm not ready to not have a babysitter anymore, by the way. I still have a babysitter, and
Always will.
yeah.
The circle of
pretty much.
life.
Yeah. I married her, though, so I don't know if that was a good move or not, but I certainly feel like it was. Anyway.
I believe that brings us to 40-0.
It is 40 love.
40 low.
And I think Westmo is on a roll after that tiebreaker and closing out that second set.
Kudos to them for, absolutely being able to dig in.
Yep.
And come back and dominate that breaker.
No,
and like I know it didn't feel like it because Glen Ellyn was just on fire in that first set, but there just wasn't a huge separation.
No.
They were playing great points. I mean, they were playing, some long deuce games, and it just seemed like Glen Ellyn, had to cool off a little. They just didn't miss any balls.
Yep, and they hung in there. That's even part of the whole thing is just hanging around sometimes. But no, they just started to play much more conservative and some smarter paddle, and they climbed back in it. So a lesser team would have, been home already probably.
So to speak.
Watching Ghost Nurse on Hulu. Anyway.
Watching Ghost Nurse on FXX.
Plus. On ESPN
in 4K,
8, the Ocho.
In 4K. All right, 15 all.
I think I'm going to have Chat GPT write the first episode of Ghost Nurse. We'll report on it next week.
I'll produce it. I'll
really
direct
good drive to change direction there.
Cal, it's not going to be
John.
a country series. So.
Like Yellowstone?
I think Yellowstone's a great show.
It is. It's supposed to be anyway.
It's a little dark, but
that's what they say.
Just turn on the lights.
What episode? What?
Seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Over the whole state of Montana.
I believe, is this 30 all?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a smart
It feels like
adjustment
30
from
all
Jay
anyway.
on the return. Smooth it out a little bit.
Smooth guy.
That is a sneaky shot.
Speaking of smooth guy,
from
where
John.
does that come
That's
from?
not what I was expecting.
No,
as
well,
he
you know what? Honestly, didn't think it was possible there, Coach. To be honest
leaned
with you.
to the middle of the court.
But he put some top on it. It was a little low, but he was actually able to pull that off. So just kudos to John there. Smack that thing.
Smart play there by
Yep.
JB.
Jay-wee.
Oh, it's good.
It's an O.
Wow. Oh, was it wide?
I don't know.
I thought that was wide. I think they're going to give it to him, though. So that brings us to deuce.
I can't tell.
I couldn't
Did you
either.
hear
I
the
would just
score?
say deuce.
I
Let's
didn't
Yeah,
hear
just
the
it's
score
we're
either.
at deuce. It's
Okay.
definitely deuce. They gave it to him, but I do think that was.
Wow. Oh, nice pickup.
Smart move there.
I know. Just caught him
Jason
moving
with
back.
the sneaky little push.
Yeah, because the same windup, he could hit a lob or just a drive with that same windup. So that's kind of cool. Look at that. It's a super return there.
Amin Kaduri says, great stream, thank you. And
Oh,
no,
thank
Amin,
you,
thank
Amin.
you as the CEO
Exactly.
of the APTA.
Big shout
We
out.
appreciate everything that you do.
So I think that
One
that
of the
was
toughest jobs in a mostly volunteer organization.
Where was that?
CEO.
Predominantly.
I
No.
think the game just ended there.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. Okay. And look, here's
got
the
that
thing:
nice
is
two-handed backhand.
that JB
Yes.
and John are dressed identically now.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, without the
JB
bill on
and
the
Jason.
hat.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes,
Jason and JB.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Jason
So
and
JC
JB.
and JB, I guess.
I mean,
Right.
the only difference is the sweats.
Yeah. Well, that and he doesn't have a bill on his. He's got a winter cap on, and JB's got an actual
I feel
baseball
like
cap on. Great first volley.
I need my readers. It's 15 all.
That sounds right there.
I mean, it's just criminal.
Yeah, that sounds right, Calvin. California.
Just a little deep.
They're going so fast. It's like
Sometimes it happens that way in the third set, you know.
you're ready to get off the court.
That, and I'm not sure, as Coach said, what the rule is
For the
for
lights.
lights, because we're at 9:21 right now, if memory serves, and if we don't have it,
I think Matt is going to inquire about that as we speak right now. And that's
awesome.
going to be another game
is that a game for
to the
Westmoreland?
Westmoreland.
Westmoreland. No. Ghost clinicians, yes.
Nice. Ghost,
We'll call them just the clinicians.
Okay.
The
Ghost
clinicians.
practitioners also.
Ghost
works.
whisperers and the paddle whisperers.
You guys know if there's any lights rules? Shut off the lights rules? I don't think so. Here's hoping. Exactly.
Well, this set's clipping along, so hopefully. I think that was a little long. This serve was a little long, so Coach, what,
All right, it
after
sounds like there's
exhaustive
no-
research, what did you find
It sounds
out?
like there's no issues until 11
Oh,
p.m.
11, okay.
Which is yet another reason that the
It's a great,
western suburbs
just a super blitz.
blitz. Yep. Another great reason that the western suburbs
From
park
Jason.
districts are just clearly better.
And can we just get a shout out? I really think Paddle needs to go best of 5 sets.
Either that or just a true third
Just
set
for the
where there's
majors,
just
though.
They just play no tiebreaker.
Here we go.
Just for the majors.
Riding high in the saddle. I'm telling
Wow.
you, that I formation does not seem to be working on JW.
Yeah, they might have to go I and have somebody stay
Right.
back
No, I'm with you.
make a shift because he seems pretty comfortable with picking his targets right now.
Exactly. All right, if I'm not mistaken, are we at 4? No.
We are at
We are at 4
4-0.
left? Yeah. All right. Well, like I said, I thought even if this is going to be clipping along like this, even if we were, he bought that.
That was nice of you.
And he's still there. Oh,
Oh, man.
Super drive from Barrientos, though, considering he knew he missed the first one, but he kind of saved him, and he was able to put a lot more topspin on that second ball. Smart play by Barrientos on that one.
And Clint's long-lost brother, John Weastwood, to serve us away.
See, I guess I'm not creative enough to come up with, oh, look at that. Handles the let cord and wins the point.
Vintage Paul Schaefer.
30,
Yep. Here.
15-30, excuse me. Great volley. Way to back him up. I knew that was coming. Way to stay on him, though. Whoop. Other thing Westmo's been doing a lot better this time is when they do swing it, they'll swing it in a very intense way, and the rest of the time they're staying on the ad side,
Yeah.
which is just a smart move.
Yeah, it seems like it got a little bit more intentional.
So we got 30s all around here.
Yeah. I mean, just a lot less free
Nice.
points for the kite.
Okay, that's just a nice drive.
big ball.
Mike, styling, man.
I was about to say the flying kites, the
Man.
kilts.
Yeah.
Less free points in this
Tell you
in
what,
this
for the
set.
kilts, Mike set that up beautifully with that lob return. Yeah, these guys, both Mike and John Barrientos have great, sneaky, quick drives. Like they actually put a lot more on it than you might think. Just a compact swing. Good lob. Oh yeah. Yeah, that had
tough.
eyes on it. That was beautiful. And a break. So climbing back in. The Glen Ellyn Kilts will not be denied. They're
that
staying up.
4-1?
It is 4-1, Coach. And the crowd is loving it. Do I have
Yeah.
other? Okay. Cool. I don't know. I mean, there's enough people here. We don't need to
A little 3D
produce.
3D audio there.
Produce any reaction. That's not necessary.
Well, this is certainly tough. I mean, one of the toughest things to do in a paddle match is to change in the third set what was working in the first two.
Yep.
And it doesn't really seem like right now for Glen Ellyn that the pace of the faster pace is necessarily helping. It certainly worked in the first set,
Yep.
and they just were using a
Good
lot of
leave.
firepower.
Other thing is, I think they're driving the returns a lot more. At least they have the last
Yeah.
couple of points like that. I guess that's technically a chip drive, but that's a little more conservative. I was just talking about maybe a flat-out swing.
Yeah, it adds pressure though.
Sure,
I mean, it forces you to get down and use your legs and absorb the volley. And
sure. Other thing I noticed, especially at the lower levels, because that's where I usually hang out. But anyway, the idea is most of the time when somebody drives the ball and they have a really good drive, the points seem to go quicker. And so when you are driving, you just almost expect the ball not to come back.
Yep.
And so, at a certain point, you've got to get used to the ball coming back. And as you get into the higher levels, it does come back, so you're used to it a little bit more often. When you lob the ball, especially, or you just chip the return, you know it's coming back. You're pretty much in for a long point.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just have to kind of look at things that way.
Yeah.
If you're going to take a big swing, go ahead.
One of the cardinal sins in the world of paddle is hitting a ball where you think that the point is over.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it could just be so devastating mentally. In fact, you saw an awful lot of it in our first match, right? With
Yep.
it wasn't like either team
Almost too
was
much.
hitting bad shots, but all
Yes.
of a sudden, you hit a great shot and then it would come back and it can be mentally devastating.
Oh, like that.
Yep.
Because, technically, first of all, I thought that was a really smart shot, just dropping at his feet like that. He just tried to take it on the rise, maybe hit a cutter, a virtual cutter there. So, break point right here. And the
It's
break
tough.
is solidified there, if I'm not mistaken. All right, are we at 5-1?
John really found his rhythm on the return as well.
Agreed.
JB
Coach.
was winning a lot of free points on his serve in the first couple sets,
Yep.
and Westmo has kind of found their groove on that particular
And I was the jerk
shot.
that said that he hasn't been broken. What a knucklehead I am. Right? Great.
it.
Exactly. Great return. He's there.
That's
Oh,
such a good stretch.
yeah.
Read it
Opportunistic
early.
poach. Sure. Geez, and I thought JB had a pretty good lob on that one.
It was a good lob and a good drive.
Yep.
It just was that Jason was ready. He wanted that ball.
It's in there. Nice.
Yep.
Good hustle getting back.
This is another big one for Westmoreland right now, is if they get caught in a switch like they're at right now. Of course, that one didn't happen to work out because of a great
Nickelodeon.
overhead. But
Yeah.
when they were getting caught in a switch, there's nothing uncomfortable about their positions. Like
That's a
they're
good
both
point,
just
Coach,
perfect.
yeah.
They're just super comfortable and willing to just be like, we'll just finish it out on these sides,
No,
which
no,
isn't
you're
always
right.
the case.
Oh, great volley.
Nice dig, JB.
Was.
2 in a row. It's
Yes.
going to drop.
Oh, yes. A little extra top for some style points on that one. No, you're right. As a matter of fact, sometimes when a switch occurs, Coach, you can tell that
Somebody isn't comfortable.
no, and
Yeah.
and you kind of almost want to kind of induce that on a regular
Yep.
basis.
Yep.
All right, 15:30. Oh, what a first volley. I was feeling pretty
I
good.
like
He
that,
one-timed that, yeah.
Decision there from Jason to start throwing some extra pace
Especially
at
at
the
that
overhead.
point. Yep.
It's another great lob.
Tell you what, they build the wall pretty well. I
Sneaky,
love that
good
move.
He's there. Oh,
yes.
that's too good.
How does he pull that off?
Really well played.
Okay, so just for those of you at home, realize that's not easy to do from that. He wasn't that far away from the net, but he's far enough away where it's difficult to manufacture that angle. So 15-40, a couple of break points, and they convert. So still climbing back in 2-5.
How about
Glen Ellyn
that?
Kilts will not go away. You got to love that.
2-5.
Yeah, 2-5. Yeah, it's
2-5
Westmo.
Westmo.
Yeah. All right.
So Mike Vanderjack to take us away. Old Colts kicker, Sean.
There's Leighton Vander Esch right now as the linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. And he's successful in the first point there, 15-love. I like the chatter, too, because you know what? They're just trying to keep the rhythm going, but not too quick. They want to play at their pace.
Quick update from the McClure household.
Yes.
My mom says she can stay and watch the kids longer because of this 3-setter, but she's going to charge me the overtime rate.
You know what? I don't have the budget for that anymore. Thank God we don't have it. You know, maybe for my own babysitter, Lourdes, but I don't have. You know, that's just a budget that is. It's pretty much been there for my pretty much the entire.
Pretty much.
Half my existence. Yes.
Pretty much.
Whatever
Pretty
my
much.
budget is, that's my budget for my. The total gross national product in the Albrecht household. That's my budget for my babysitter. All right, 30-love, and he pulls it up, and it doesn't quite make it. 40-love.
Don't call it a comeback. They've been here for years. The Glen Ellen
Cool Jays
Kilts versus
Oh,
the
that's a good time
Westmoreland
for it if you're up
Flying
40-love. It's going to say, I was going to say
strategic
the
fault.
Glen Ellen Cool Jays.
Flying
Don't call it a
Kites.
comeback.
The high flying kites.
I like it.
They're killing it.
It's a real good reset. Look at that. Reset all day
smart.
long. It's amazing what that just can do. Something down the middle 3 or 4 times. 2 feet from the baseline.
It's good.
Pretty good position.
Direction change as
Yep.
well. Yeah,
Staying on the bad player, too.
he's there.
I tell you what, playing solid to climb back in. 53, how we all maybe go home on a regular basis.
You take 53 home?
I do actually. I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Which one's 53?
53 is 355. Never mind. Yeah, you North Shore people.
I just know
You would
294,
know, yeah, you wouldn't have
41,
any idea what that would be. Yeah.
43.
Wisconsin.
Right.
Exactly.
I just go there the other way because there's a Meyer and a Woodman's on the way.
Woodman's.
Exactly. If you need to get out. Oh,
Little
no, it didn't
long.
get down there.
Sean, since we've got time, I'm going to ask you about Woodman's.
15
Because to
long.
me, I've only been in a Woodman's twice. but it felt like walking into a Coen Brothers movie. It was like 20 years old. Like, I just expected to see Javier Bardem there with his like compressed air thing.
Good touch.
Nice
JW says right back at you with
right
that.
on top
35.
of the net.
30-15.
I think.
That's right. It's getting tight. 2 points from the Vic here if they can hold on. But I think Glenn Ellyn has other ideas. Maybe not. Here's a match point.
And you'd be hard-pressed to find a point that's more important to win.
All right.
I don't like to call anything must-win, but this might be one of them.
But this could be it. Oh, and there it is. Good match. Both teams.
Yes.
Well done.
But a great match, actually. You know what? Give him credit.
We're going to wrap it up for tonight from Glenn Ellyn. And
Yes.
then we have league playoffs, followed by finals coming up over the next couple of weeks.
I know.
So, quick break, but we'll
The
get
fun
a
never
schedule
ends,
out.
Coach.
Yeah, we'll get a schedule out as soon as possible when we kind of know what the lineups and the matchups are going to look like.
We go all the way through April, don't we?
We as a group are doing team nationals, which
Yes,
is in
which is
April,
gonna be in
and
April,
hosted
so.
by Exmoor Club. So that's on
All right.
our schedule for sure.
Well, we want to I want to say we want to thank Viking. We want to thank Illinois Bone and Joint. We want to thank Wintrust. We want to thank Abby. Where did she go? Doesn't matter.
Stop.
And Cal. And for Matt McClure, I'm Sean Albrecht. We've enjoyed it. We'll see you next time on the CPTC live stream.
Have a good night.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.